Big reveal.
Hello. It really opens up with big reveal. Wow, it's the most anticlimactic thing ever. A Florian big reveal.
Big reveal. Oh my God! Look, half the screen's green. Whoa!
Hello, everybody,
Dig it.
and welcome back. I was actually, God, man, this is legit one of those things where I was trying to get here an hour ago, but God, messy is slow. Just saying.
You
So,
could have just sped up time. You are the DM here. You know that, right? You go, this is going too slow. You made it. And I'd be like, oh, awesome. I won't mind. I promise.
that's right. We send Rena and Ophios to prison so we can actually have a real fun session. This is amazing. And just saying, next time, don't start a rebellion. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
You got
That's
a good
right.
point. Yeah, we'll have to think about that.
Before we jump back into the session, I do want to point out that your microphone's being poppy messy. So I want to fix that. But before we hop back into the full-blown thing, I do want to point out that Messy goes, hey, oh shit, what the hell just happened to our whole screens got screwed up. What the fuck? God damn it, I hate you slobs. So I can fix that really quickly though. So right as we're hopping on the call or whatever, Messy literally says to what's his name, Jake, "Oh, your accent. What are you? British? Where's your accent from? What is that?" And he's like, "Wait, are you Australian?" It's like, "Yes, he is Australian, Messy. Good job." So just wanted to point that out so we can awkwardly make fun of the Florida man. What's up, everybody? Are you excited to see the first ever crossover between PCs? I know Jake's excited.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, I told Jake, and his response was, "Oh, I'm so excited! Regicide crew, that's awesome! Who do I get to play with?" And I was like, "Messy," and he was like, "Maybe Tesh is available."
Well, that was exactly how the conversation went.
See?
Don't post the screenshots to confirm, please.
Don't post the screenshots to confirm. You are welcome. All right. So, as I said, holds out the what's it called, flaming sword, allowing the area to be lit up. One, you've been riding through your lands for a little bit of time now, about a day's time. The angel has not really spoken to you. It hasn't had a reason to. First and foremost, it moves much quicker than you do. It has this base speed of flying speed of 60 feet. And doesn't exactly get tired. It's literally tireless. It's flying from region to region, wherever it can sense the presence of souls that need to be released. It brings itself to them and attacks them. Fortunately for you, there are small periods of time where it comes across larger groups of undead, where it, unfortunately for it, can't just like swipe, they're done. And this actually gives you that moment what you were looking for, what you're excited about. To come riding in, it's like, whether it be staying on the horse, like swiping out with your axe one-handed, or jumping off the horse and wading into them, fighting alongside this angel, literally fighting against groups of undead. One point in time, you got yourself into a little bit of a pickle. Again, it's only been a day, but you were trying to keep up with this angel who's easily flying around and doing this task. Got yourself into a little bit of a pickle because you kind of rode into maybe a denser group than you otherwise usually. Leave it to Messy to ruin all moments. Go riding into a.
I didn't even do anything, man. That's crazy.
It ruins everything.
I don't. You know what? I'll just sit off screen.
Jake, you see what I have to deal with? You see what I have to deal with, Jake? Jake, he wouldn't last a session in Kingmaker, which is why you're welcome into his show and not the other way around.
Oh.
That's right. We'll see if he can last a session in Kingmaker with what I have planned for today. Moving on. So you probably would have approached this slightly differently, kind of like attacking them from the outside, working down their numbers. But unfortunately, you kind of like bulge yourself into them and got a bit injured. You survived. You handled yourself. Got a bit injured. But luckily for you, the angel was literally able to kind of like wave his hand in your direction when he was rather nearby within arm's reach, and bless upon you healing of wounds, keeping you alive and well. It's actually been kind of nice fighting with this thing because you're not going to push your limits and go over them. You can actually fight alongside of it. It's quite emboldening. Anyways, more of those details on Wednesday. For now, you come riding up as I said beforehand, always trying to keep up with the angel. You see it was looking around in the air and kind of dropped down to a point, thinking maybe there was combat here. Instead, you don't see zombies before you. You see 3 figures on a horse, 2 men and a woman on horses, with the angel 15 feet in the air, 5 feet above, 10 feet or so. So 20 feet in the air, about 10 feet or so above them, holding a sword out, illuminating them. Not that you really need the assistance. You are an orc. And you come riding up, blink once or twice to allow your eyes to return to the normal spectrum, allowing you to see them in normal light. And you see them standing there. The angel doesn't say anything. He's already said his line. And you come charging up. I imagine you speak first.
Yeah, he'd have his battle axe in hand, and he'd probably look behind him a little because he's actually not alone. And he'd say to Nelly,
who's
like
struggling to keep up, let's be serious.
Yeah. Seems like we've stumbled on some visitors in the night.
Roll me a history check, sir. You do knowledge local if you prefer it.
I don't have ranks in either.
That's
I'll do
okay.
local, I think I can do.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, that's funny. Yours appeared weird.
Whoa.
Why did yours appear such a weird color on the overlay?
Are you have a chroma key on?
As opposed a chroma key as opposed to color key, is that what you're saying?
Either way, do you have some kind of keying?
I do, yeah, which usually works, but that's fine. I will figure it out. So, anyways, yep, you say, you make a history check, knowledge local check, and you identify one of the men, not the other 2. You identify one of the men almost immediately as being a Peredhel military officer.
Fuck.
No, obviously not him, the other one.
Yeah. Hand kind of tightens a little bit on the axe, and he says, "What are you doing here?"
Specifically to that one, of course. And he says, investigating a matter I was kind of hoping that the people of this land could assist me with.
What matter is this?
Looking for a creature.
He kind of like motions.
Hey, you fixed it. Good job.
Sorry, I was distracted doing that. He actually says, honestly, I'm not incredibly familiar with the creature. I will defer to the woman on this one. And he looks to her and she says, hello. I'm actually here kind of guiding this man. Ophelia, she says.
I'm the chosen of the blade.
Nice to meet you, Chosen. This is Cadus, the young lion. And over here is Elijah of Amalta.
Nice, you remember.
He'd probably give Elijah just like a friendly nod.
Yeah, he'll nod back. We're on a horse, right?
Yep.
Everyone's on a horse.
Correct. She says, we're here investigating rumors of a mage of sorts, a caster, who apparently did a feat, something rather unbelievable, you could say. Did you hear rumors of, well, she gestures down to what she's riding, horses being turned on each other, the riders being seemingly flipped inside out opposite each other, making an army accidentally collide with itself?
I may have.
I'm sorry?
However,
I didn't
he
hear
said,
you.
I may have. And then he'd say, is Cadus in like military garb?
Yep.
And she looks Perrin?
She does.
She does.
2 Perrin and an Amaltese in a deer working together? And he raises an eyebrow.
As I said beforehand, I am investigating a matter. There is somebody that I have in my custody who is trying to excuse their actions with trying to defend the region against some sort of otherworldly being. I do not believe that this is the case, but it very well may be.
I do know which you speak. I know he was defeated and killed. This mage you're after.
Killed, you say?
Yes.
Killed by who?
The lovely Lady of Varen.
I'm sorry, I don't know Varen, but that's unfortunate that he's dead. Well, actually, it's quite fortunate, but it makes things a little difficult. Varen, is this far?
It's a little ways.
Is there a corpse?
I'm wondering if the corpse would be in Varen, she says, looking to Elijah.
I would just watch on to see, you know, how they're speaking to each other.
Hmm? Does Elijah respond?
Would she ask me a question? Or was that more of a rhetorical?
Well, you said, oh, would there be a corpse? And she said, I think the corpse... I don't remember what I said, actually, at this point. I was adjusting the music because it was really fucking loud.
Viren. Yeah, so he'll just repeat the question. Is there a corpse we can see that we can maybe touch?
There is a corpse, but I see no need for you to touch it.
The reasoning is our own.
No. Let's not be rude to the... We were just told by an angel that this man was chosen by a god to lead this land. This is your land?
You're right.
It is.
Then, what do I call you? I don't want to be offensive. King?
I'm the chosen of the blade.
You can see that
you can call me one if you wish.
Cadus looks unamused with the concept of somebody chosen by God to lead the land, but doesn't question it. He's just stone-faced to it. She says, you don't understand. This corpse, it's not going to look like a typical person. It's going to look different. Had you an opportunity to see it yourself?
I have.
Did you see to which I refer?
It was out of the ordinary, to be sure. I've never seen anything like that.
Cadus actually, you can see him adjust slightly in a saddle, and he looks to her and then looks back to you and says, please, if you don't mind, if you can describe what it was that you saw.
I mean, it's been a long time. I can't exactly remember.
In game, you've been through a lot. You might actually not be able to remember that. That's fine.
It looked similar to a Perrin, but much older, as if advanced in age, but young. You know how, and he'd looked at both the Perrin, you aren't so different to humans as you are young, but as you age, your features become more predominant. Well, this one was young, but had all the features of a very old Perrin.
Strange to say the least. Are we sure this isn't just some strange affliction?
You tell me. I don't know. We have taken possession of the corpse.
How long ago was it defeated?
Months.
The rumors are old, she says.
Probably not much of it left then.
Do you have it stored somewhere? Perhaps where... I don't know if your lands do such things. Do you preserve bodies? Or do you just burn them?
We have possession of it in a place that won't decay as fast, at any rate.
Interesting. Why did you choose to keep it?
Because it's unusual. It wasn't my decision. I share the rule. I am not the sole ruler.
My apologies. How many rulers are there in this land?
2.
The angel actually looks at you and says, are you sure you don't mean 3?
He looks to the angel and says, Valrin is dead.
But there is another chosen.
he would look at it and say, he'd be very surprised and kind of say, we'll have to talk about it later.
I'm not
It doesn't
sure.
concern these people here.
Angel's honest to the fault, right? Says, I'm not sure if there's much of a discussion. I've met all three of you. But mortal rules. Let's it drop.
He just nods at
Try
the
not to
angel.
worry too much. We don't know too much of your political sphere, so I don't see that knowledge being any problem for you.
It's also none of your business, to be honest.
My interest in this land is only for, I suppose, one thing. This corpse. I'll be honest, I'm really not even that interested. I'm being led here, hoping it's not a waste of my time.
It's not.
He looks
Are
at
you
you.
commanding the Perrin in the north?
I am now.
Then you've met with my general then.
So it's your lands that he serves.
Aye.
I do know the general. I know him quite well.
You have a personal connection with him then?
Truth be told, the general was the one who trained me, selected me to work under him in his tutelage. I owe much of my military strategy and success to the teachings of Field Commander General Yeager. Sorry, Field Commander Leon Yeager.
He's a good man. I'm surprised he did not ride with you, if you have spoken with him.
He tried to
knows
interject
that we
himself.
are in possession.
I'm sorry.
He knows we're in possession of the thing you seem to be seeking. However, forgive me, but inviting a Peredhel commander into our city is not something just to be done lightly.
I can tell you that he wasn't aware of why it is I was here. He knew I was investigating a matter that did not pertain to him. I also know that he tried to interject into my matters of being here. He says, looking over at Elijah, and says, however, again, it wasn't his matters. I respect the man greatly. I owe him a debt of gratitude. Nonetheless, I am here on official business. So, I didn't want to allow personal things to get involved.
Perhaps it would have been wise to ask his assistance, as he could have pointed you in the direction a lot sooner.
I'm realizing that now. Unfortunately, I was informed of his interest. Let's just say it didn't seem like a good idea at the moment.
Well, I need to think, and I will have someone go and fetch the general, and he will join us. He knows you. I don't.
I don't mean to be impolite. I am on your lands. I am investigating a matter that's apparently falls under your roof. But I don't have a lot of time to spare. There is much going on in my own home. Much that doesn't interest you. Just like I'm sure there's much in your home that doesn't interest me. This is a matter of mutual interest here. I wish to be done with it, and I'll gladly leave your lands. And I will even push so far as to say that the general requested that I take the men under my commands and lead them out of the keep. I've chosen to agree.
He nods.
Their lieutenants seem... he says their commanders seem to have disappeared in the middle of the night. Strange. So, my
Idea
appearance...
is a strange land.
Nods.
That's all he says.
Strange indeed, he says, looking up at the flaming sword.
Well, we should make camp here tonight. I've had a long day myself.
We have been riding for some time.
Would
The
be
keep.
nice to rest.
So as you guys are kind of like starting to unpack or whatever it is, he'll actually ask you, the keep. We passed one not far from here. keep, fort, whatever you would like to call it, to the east along the river.
Is he referring to which keep is he referring to?
I think you guys call it like Fort Valoran or something like that. Fort Val, or I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember what you guys named the fort, but the one that you guys just built.
Oh, the fort. Yeah. I get you. You wish to rest there?
No, I was inquiring as to whose lands it was. By your question, I'm
ours.
imagining. So then that's your flag.
It is.
It's beautiful.
Did you like it?
It was slightly
Gorgeous.
well designed.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Whoever put that together really deserves some credit, I think, in your sphere.
Ah, agreed.
Some promotion.
Mm-hmm.
Many gold. Yes.
Let's not be unfunny on this matter. We don't want to be over abuse of it.
Jesus Christ. It's indescribable. No words, I say, will help you picture it. It really is. Yes. Anyway, what were we doing? Making a camp? Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys set up a camp, so allowing a little more RP to happen. He will say to you, at one point in time, after you guys have already kind of like set up your camp and relaxing, so on and so forth, he'll say, how does one become chosen by a god to rule a land?
Well, a god chooses you.
Lightning.
He will give you a look of practiced discipline to not speak smartly back, and says, indeed, the god that chose you is
Vroga. The
Vroga.
battle fury.
I suppose it's appropriate, he says, looking you clearly look like somebody who would worship Vroga, but you don't seem to be of this land.
Which one's Vroga?
The god of chaos and war,
Okay.
breaker of chains, freedom, anti-slavery.
Oh, the orc god. Yeah, gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
Funny enough,
That makes sense.
you and Jake are connected in more ways than one.
Wait, is that also the one we were talking about the other day?
I don't know.
The same guy? I
Maybe
don't
not.
remember because I think we said it and we did not type it.
Don't worry about it. Moving on. So,
Yeah, move on.
says you seem to not be from this land.
I'm not. I was sent here.
By your god.
No. But it must have been his will nonetheless. For everything that followed has shown me nothing but.
So you're from the Barren Lands then, or somewhere else?
Were you born in Malta?
I was
Where?
near the wall, just north of it. I moved down there in my
Ah. Did you
early
serve on
years
the
to-
wall?
studied there. There isn't really any serving it anymore. For people like me, anyway.
How so?
Seems everything took care of itself, and we're just a liability.
Ah, so the wall fares well then.
Does?
You'd see him smile to himself. I had
Most
the
of us
pleasure
wizards
of.
are mad about that, by the way.
Of course.
Because he sees you smile, he'll just say, "It's cool, but it's not cool."
He says, I had the pleasure of entertaining Magister Heathguard, I think it was,
You would know that name.
Do I?
during the war.
His role.
Savant Heathguard is the right hand of the Queen, the military advisor to the Queen. He is
He's high.
literally
He's high up there.
the top of the military. His son,
Gotcha.
who's not completely incompetent by any stretch, but certainly nowhere near as good as his father is, Magister Heathguard, is a leader of Maguses. So,
Gotcha. Okay. Go back to what were we doing? Sorry. Yeah, I know the man. He I didn't serve with him, but his son was near the wall often. Might have had drinks with him.
his son is who I'm referring to.
Okay, good. Yeah. Yes, I've met him.
Good man.
Don't know him too well.
If you're based on the wall, maybe you by chance know the other chosen, Raren Corvain, chosen of the Quill.
Do I?
It's what we just talked about.
Oh, that's the son or the dad?
No. The one we just talked about before, where you wrote down the note of the guy that you might owe money or he might owe you money.
Oh, yeah, I didn't write his name down.
The defector, the one that left the wall. Deserter.
Oh, I did write that down. Oh, wait, would you say his title was the Quill of what? What was
The
that?
Chosen of the Quill.
Chosen of the Quill. Okay, yeah, that's where I got confused. I'm gonna write that down. Yeah, I know him. He owes me money.
Oh,
Actually, you see
you just get a laugh.
both Cadus and what's her name, Ophelia, turn their head to look at you as he's saying the other chosen, and you're like, he owes me money. They both look at you.
We went to the bars, taverns. I didn't join them too often, but when I did, we played a hand of cards now and then. He won some, I won some. Pretty sure he's in my debt.
No, I'd love to see you try and.
It's all
Claim
water under the
that
bridge.
debt.
Wasn't that much gold anyway. Plus, it sounds like he's a big shot now, so no use.
He's a good man.
Tell me, if you don't mind me
Go ahead.
asking, just to sidetrack for a second, are the undead a problem here?
Yes, they are.
How big of an issue?
A deer wide. We are eliminating it, but as you can see, there is a lot of undead and a lot of country with only finite men to fight them. But we've made some very good gains.
I'm not going to be stationed back on the wall to defend from hordes of undead, am I?
You came here.
I meant in the future.
I don't believe so. Their numbers are finite too, and it's just a matter of cutting them down.
They don't spread.
There are some.
So they can share this affliction.
If you're unfortunate enough to come into contact with a certain type,
There's different types.
that's why we are making all haste to eradicate them.
What is the origin of them? What caused this?
Divinity, the rising of a new god, the Arbiter.
The Arbiter.
Yes.
Never heard of this god? Why would a god do this? Who worships such an evil beast?
There was a curse upon a deer. In fact, there still is, he says, looking around. The rising of this god, well, Raven could tell you better than myself, but anyone who died in a deer, their souls never moved on. Now they do.
Surely the souls of the worshippers of Lady Aravel or so on, they would have moved on.
They did not.
Including the souls of Vroga, those that worship Vroga.
All who died within a deer.
What kind of curse could be placed on such a lands to... He looks at Ophelia and says, sounds like another folklore.
And yet, why does Idia stand in the middle of Peredhel?
I didn't follow that much into the history. I can't answer that question for you.
You don't need to, I already know.
Then enlighten me.
Sounds like
No
they're not
need.
very aware.
They're not very aware of Idia sitting in the middle of their country.
Seems that way.
Seems from someone from a Malta, thinking is a little different than I'm used to. Look, we can all agree, and he'll look to Cadus. Peredhel is very expansionistic. Do you think that they would just abide the country within a country? No, they would have taken it. Why do you think I'm called the Chosen? We rule with divine right. That is the only reason we are able to lead. Whether you are skeptical or not doesn't matter to me. I don't care for it. No, he was talking to Cadus, not directly at you.
Oh, well, he'll interrupt anyway.
But we should get some rest for tonight. Elijah, was it?
Yes, yeah.
You don't still happen to keep a deck of cards with you, do you?
It's been a long time since my glory days. Let me see.
Oh, bicycle.
Oh.
Look at that.
Where'd that come from? Ding ding. No, I don't keep cards anymore.
Damn. Well,
Only the
if you would...
essentials.
Ophelia rolls her eyes, flips open her book, casts a little spell, and conjures up some cards for you guys.
You could do that the whole time. Could she have made it key?
She says, they're not real. And then hands them to you.
Oh.
Nelly, make camp. We'll stay here tonight.
Who plays cards?
I would motion for, at first, just me and Elijah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll play around. No gold, though. It's been a while. Hope you understand.
Sense motive, Jake.
Sense motive.
Um, 21.
Holy shit.
Just check something really quickly.
Wait, was that you rolled a 5 and it turned into a 21?
Yeah, I got a plus 16.
Jesus Christ.
It's a different system, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know, I
system.
know. I have a plus 7 and I still roll 8s.
Oh, hey!
Makes sense.
Cool. Nope, you get nothing. What you notice that Elijah has won almost every hand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
He's really good at playing cards.
That wasn't my intention anyway.
Okay.
So as we're probably halfway through, he would say, quietly, "You'll have to excuse me earlier. I have a good relationship with some members of Malta, and we have helped you out with some things as you have helped us. But when you asked that question earlier, and kind of snapped at you, you travel with Curren, and one being of Peredhel military. So the workings of our Aurorum isn't for them.
It's purely circumstantial. They're
You
offering me
understand my
something.
reluctance either way.
Of course. I was too. Still am, honestly.
No hard feelings then.
None for me.
So what is your interest in this corpse? I know it is an oddity, but why are these people with you? Malta and Peredhel, it just doesn't go.
We're not working together. I'm
No, you're not
working
here
on
together.
behalf of Malta, and he's working on behalf of himself.
So he is
It is-
not working on behalf of Peredhel.
Not currently. This is purely investigation for him. If he finds something that he finds noteworthy, then we end up on a different path. But right now, this is more... We sacrificed a lot to get him to come with us, and he's filling his side of the bargain. He's already gotten everything he's wanted out of it.
like I said, we are in possession of the corpse. I don't know its condition. I haven't been down there in
Right, I understand.
some time. I am a little reluctant, however, to bring him into the city. You, by all means, but it seems like you're intertwined.
It might be a bit of an issue. He has to see it.
Why does he have to see it? What is his stake in this?
He sees that what we've been telling him is not a fantasy of any means. Then he may side against the same people as us.
Okay, let me get right to it. What is the creature that you are so interested in?
Call it a loper. I don't really know what magics it has. But they're supposedly very different and very dangerous.
Is there any like the one we have back home then? Dangerous, yes. But what has it got to do with Peredhel?
Just a conspiracy, but rumor has it they're... What's the name of that family, Daelric? I can't believe I haven't written this down yet. Kringal, thank you. The Kringal family is closely intertwined with the Loper beings. Perhaps the same.
The Kringals are...
the ruling class of Peredhel. The ruling family, I should say.
I see.
Now, listen, I don't know to what extent these rumors are true. That's why I'm here as well. Only one of us knows of them. And the others that knew are all in prison now or dead. If the information ends up being a dead end here, it probably will be for a long time if there is truth to it. And if there's not, it could be the end of it altogether.
So you are the resident expert amongst you.
I would be her. And he gestures to Ophelia.
I imagine the two of you were a little separated, which is why you're kind of
this is
speaking
a
a little bit more
quiet,
plainly.
private conversation for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you gesture, it'd be like across the way, not like she's like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
He would kind of look at her for a minute. Has he caught like gaze with her?
Roll me a perception check.
You guys have perception checks? That's cute.
Yeah, he rolled a 1 and got a 14. How does that make you feel, Messi?
You still rolled a 1.
They don't do crit failures in their game.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And on skill checks, it's not an automatic failure.
You guys are no fun.
It is on their game because they choose for it to be.
You guys are no fun.
But either way, baby. you don't get what anything with that 14. Unless you want to use a luck die, huh?
You know what?
See if the macro works.
7.
I think so. See if the macro works. We might need Josh to fix it. Josh, you still there, Josh? Josh, you still there, Josh?
Too? Wow.
It does not work. I don't think.
Yeah, slash roll.
Who's this Neil guy? Crazy.
Neil? What's Neil? Bob? Neil and Bob?
No, I'm looking at the characters you have there, and Neil looks very familiar to what we've been talking about today.
What are we talking about?
It's
Continue on.
Dean.
So anyways, would I break that? I forgive Twitch dice. No, you just have to choose which one you're giving luck dice to. So anyways,
the fabric of the stream would break apart.
A 16, unfortunately, you don't notice anything of what I was going to refer to.
I have 2 timelines.
Does he catch her gaze or
Aqua,
anything
which
at all?
campaign? Go ahead.
Does he
Does
catch
her
eyes
gaze?
with?
Yeah, when you look at her, she is ever present. She kind of looks back, catches your eye as well.
I would kind of nod
Again,
for
like just as a
her to
reminder,
join us.
she's not like oh my god, drop dead gorgeous, but she's a good-looking woman. You know what I mean? She's just a little
I mean,
plain.
she's
but
no
overall
Ravina,
good-looking
all
woman.
right?
She's what?
She's not looking very
She's
well.
no
for a
Ravina,
good-looking
right?
person.
She's no Rena. Oh,
Yeah,
no
Rena.
Rena.
That's exactly
no
right.
Rena.
No
Aw.
Rena.
Yeah, she's
Aw.
gonna look great after a few weeks in prison, I think.
Yeah. Oh, you meant the fake Rena. Oh, okay. So
I
anyways,
said Ravina,
She can be whoever you
but-
want her to be.
okay.
That's the great thing about Ophelia.
anyways, you gesture for her to come over. She'll say something. She'll say something to Cadus, and she'll stand up and walk over there. Add 1 more to your luck die 1, so you're back up to 7.
Ah, nice.
The fuck? I
As
think I
she
have 2.
joins,
We know who the favorite campaign
Okay,
is.
I don't use them.
What'd you say?
I don't use them.
as she joins, I just nod over to Elijah and say, "Dealer in." And after we've got a hand, I'd say, "So, are you the resident expert on the locust, was it?"
I wouldn't say the resident expert. I would say I am the expert in many leagues. The greatest expert in many leagues. Or not leagues, like miles. Some
Flex.
large chunk of land.
Hexes.
I have many hexes.
So, what can you tell me?
About the Lopers.
Yes.
I'm willing to give you a small amount of information. And if you're willing to work with me, if things go the way that I like, I'm willing to give you more information. Do we agree?
I don't see why not.
They're not from here. Either they've been here for an incredibly long time, or they recently arrived and were able to find themselves into a nice, comfortable position within the Peredhel. They are in many different positions of power across all of Peredhel. Various Cry or Curren or commander positions, but others as well. Turumbar, princes, so on. But one particular lineage of these Lopers happens to be far more powerful than the others. The others come off as strange mages. Powerful magic certainly could kill any Sloke warrior that chooses to engage with them if they aren't properly trained, don't properly engage the battle. You might be lucky. You might score the killing blow, or at least a grievous enough wound that they die sometime later. Worth it for the cause. But the ones that we're interested in, the reason why we're here helping with this investigation, those people discovered the lineage of Lopers that has far more power than the rest. They have much greater control. And perhaps even other abilities that the other Lopers don't. You didn't encounter it yourself, did you?
No, we were fighting elsewhere.
You're lucky. Perhaps it was your god that chose for you to be elsewhere. Because I'd be surprised if you'd be standing here, or sitting here right now, had they not.
Kind of laughs. So what has it got to do with him? Like,
You
Cadus.
just
I don't
or
understand.
Cadus.
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 I'm interested in one person. The person that uncovered the lineage that we've been searching for a long time. He happened to mingle himself up with others that he's interested in seeing succeed, other endeavors. A Yondis, though he seems to have died. Kind of a blithering idiot, honestly, so not so much of a lost cause.
Hold on. Oh, sorry.
And then
Oh, okay.
someone who calls herself Rena the Destroyer. She was starting a rebellion. It's loud. Not going to be very successful when everybody's looking at you, are you?
He would nod in appreciation to that, actually.
He captured them. They were causing riots and whatever. He, well, ended their riots. And strangely enough, they chose to give themselves to him, to go to prison willingly, but with one stipulation. Willingly gave up, willingly surrendered their cause, and peacefully went to prison. Someplace called the Gate. In exchange for him discovering the truth behind Ophios's words. Lopers are real, and they have integrated themselves into the upper echelons of Peredhel society and are controlling the overall actions of the nation. First, we need to prove that Lopers are real before he's going to take the rest of the investigation seriously. The closest Loper we had rumors of apparently lie in your city. So here we are, prostrating ourselves before the chosen of a god with the hopes that he might be willing to let us look at a corpse.
Okay. Well, we'll set out tomorrow morning.
I wake up early.
Is it going to be a is it going to be a problem having a Peredhel commander walk into your city?
Yeah, I haven't decided what to do about that yet. Need some time to think.
Sure.
However, did you come across many of the undead on your journey from north to here?
You know that there were many that you did come across. Yes, of course, blah, blah, blah. But shortly after you traveled west from that keep, not long later, maybe like less than a day's travel from there, they really thinned out.
Yeah, so there's maybe a couple dozen on the way, but since we passed the keep, maybe a handful.
How close are we to Curseful, Scott?
If you're on your map, which you are, right about, because they were traveling on the road, right about here.
Okay. Nelly.
Yes.
Ride for Curseful and send someone straight away to retrieve the general.
You can see that she's fucking exhausted. She's been riding so hard just trying to keep up, and she says, of course.
That's why I didn't send her directly north.
And she rides to Curseful.
Okay. I guess that's really all I've got to say at the moment.
We rest.
Morning, you wake up. It's peaceful. Nobody needs to set up camp. There's an angel flying around killing things.
That is so convenient.
I guess we would.
Yes, Messi, I want you to know they play on easy mode. Everything always goes right for them. Their campaign is simple.
Oh god, yeah, it is so easy and simple.
Does your angel sleep?
Have I ever seen it sleep?
Oh.
No.
They don't
no.
eat, sleep, drink, or piss. They poop though, just because it's
Kids.
funny.
Do they have? You know, yeah, like if they don't
Would
pee,
you
do
like
they eat
to?
it?
Maybe you should yell out and ask it.
You think he'd respond well to that?
Well, I'm surprised he
Just-
spoke to you at all. Actually, he didn't address anyone else but us before. So him acknowledging you, maybe you're important in some way.
I should ask him to see his giblets. Yeah.
I would very much like to see that.
Did you ask him? I'm not asking.
What was your question?
Nothing. We're good. We're ready to travel. So let's travel.
All right, so pack up, mount up, and head towards Kurzfall. But I would like to talk to Cadus on the way just to figure him out a little before we get back.
Sure. You start traveling along with him.
The young lion, was it?
A title given.
What if what they say is true? What do you hope to do from this?
I don't understand your question.
You're traveling here with a reason to see this creature. What do you plan to do with the information you receive?
Truth be told, that's a personal matter. And by personal, I mean non-Peredhel interest.
Okay. Now, I have a reservation. You say you know Leon?
I do.
Now, like you heard me say last night, Peredhel is an expansionistic nation. It tries to spread as far and wide as it can.
I'm familiar.
Do I have your word that if you were to enter Kurzfall,
I have zero interest on the expansionistic nature of Peredhel.
you
You
do
have
not.
my word that I will not be leading any armies into your camp unless I'm ordered to do so otherwise. I'm not here as a spy. I'm here on an investigation. I was ordered to go and handle a situation in Vala. That situation has brought me here. That is my only interest. Your city-state is safe from my interests.
Well, you said it better than me, unless you're ordered to. And if that comes down to it, then you'll know everything about us.
If you have General, as you call him, Leon Jaeger, I wish to never raise a sword against you. Not because of angels or chosen by gods. You have your faiths, we have ours. You have your magics, we have ours. I'm sure both sanctioned equally well by the Arcane Congress. However, you have Jaeger. We only have his students.
When we arrive at Kurzfall, I would ask that you remain at the gate while I take counsel. And if everything checks out, you'll be let in to view the body you seek.
Do as you must. I
Thank you.
understand
I'm going
that
to
you're
sense
going to
motive
have...
on him too.
He says, do as you must. He says, I'm sure you have your protocols. I can respect that.
Yeah, I'm going to sense motive, a general sense of, how he is.
Sure. Although Messi hasn't rolled a single check yet. I don't want him to see my modifiers. They're embarrassing.
Oh, well, different system. Jesus Christ.
So, get 27. The man seems...
There's 11.
He seems annoyed with the situation, but not with you. He seems
Okay.
proud, but honest. He has no reason to challenge the king of another nation while he's within the nation of that king.
Okay.
Like, it's one of those,
All right.
if you're going to let me in, let me know so I can do my job. If you're not, let me know so I can leave. Not here to fight with you. This is your land. I'll respect you. You get very much that
It's
vibe.
not really his job, is it? Like, he's not being paid to do this. He's doing this.
Out of personal interest.
Yeah.
He did specifically tell Rena he was ordered to come and find her.
Yeah.
So he's a good soldier. Listens.
Yeah,
So-
not too good.
Does his duty.
Duty.
All right, so we'll go to Kurzfall then, unless there's anything Elijah wants to talk to anyone about.
Elijah?
No. If I was Giannis, I would ask the angel if he had a penis. But I'm not Giannis. I'm Elijah. And Elijah does not
Messi's
care
evolved
either
ever so slightly.
way.
The angel does actually
move
travel along with you as well this time. And we'll actually say to you to fly up to one, like tail end of the travel as you kind of come into Kurzfall. He'll actually come to you and say, "It seems as though these lands within the moats are safe. For now."
Can I just out of game say, can I talk to him and have that conversation that Elliot asked me to at a different time, or do you want to do it now?
You can do it now, or you can wait until a different time.
All right. So when Kingmaker comes back, am I going to be able to talk with the angel?
It'll pick up probably around where the session left off.
Okay. He would ask the angel, what do you mean there are two moats?
What?
You said the area between the two moats?
Not the two moats, between the moats. The area here is secured for now. I'm going to return to your capital, and I'll stay there until I sense that more undead have brought themselves here. If there is any other concern or word of undead crossing through that I do not sense, inform me. And then he kind of like takes off and heads towards the thing.
All right. Whoa. You gotta finish.
Okay. You guys go into Kurzfall. As you guys go up to Kurzfall, you can see that the people are slowly building the other walls. I think eastern and northern walls, wherever they were. They're working on them. There's a lot of people working on it. As a matter of fact, since the angel appeared only less than a week ago, about a week ago, maybe the angel appeared. Since then, honestly, there's a lot of people around. You notice that because this area is so safe to travel in, word traveled fast as a fucking angel around here. There's actually like a lot of merchants. You know who also happens to be here? You literally see Phil's caravan. Phil's caravan.
Good, Phil.
Phil's here.
Nice.
Yeah.
He hasn't been here for a while.
No. So Phil's here. Lots of other merchants have come in. Like you see that, what's that place called? Le Chev has brought a lot of goods and whatnot here for a bit of trade and commerce and whatnot to happen. It's actually a pretty good moment right now. It's kind of nice how bolstered your nation is at the time that you're leading a Peredhel person into it. It's like, yes, things are going great here. We got angels. Psh, that's nothing. Don't mind the wyvern. Things like that. So, moving on. You go walking into the place, and since Messy doesn't know what it looks like, Messy is actually in a forest. It's literally inside. There's sawmills and whatnot around that exist for the sake of processing tree for making pulp for parchment and whatnot, and wood lumber for building and selling and blah. But the actual city itself is inside of a forest. Actually, good portions of the we're gonna say city, but honestly, it's more of a town. Good portions of it are underneath the canopy of these large and old trees. As soon as you go through the one wall that's fully erect inside this town, once you go into it, you can see the buildings here are all relatively new, pretty well maintained, and the people seem, well, kind of packed and of varied sort, of maybe looking from very, very poor to decently wealthy. It's kind of surprising how many people there are and the variety of people that you're seeing, the clothing and whatnot, considering that, again, all the buildings here for the most part look really, really nice. There's actually a goddamn mansion here, and the size of the castle is huge and of a different kind of architectural design that you've ever seen before. I mean, mole architecture is something that you don't really study in a Malta, right? So you aren't familiar with this design of castle, but it's large, it's beautiful, and literally seems to be like the massive trees that are growing around it put it so even the top of the castle is underneath the canopy of the thing, which is great in the summertime. You know, keep off that heat. So even in the winter, you know, not so much snow hits the roof. It's great. You know. Anyways, yeah, it's an absolutely beautiful place to go walking through. Where do you want your visitors to wait while you go and confirm things, Jake?
In the throne room.
Okay. So you lead them through.
Cadus is at the gate.
Oh, he's left outside?
Yeah, he wasn't allowed to come in until I've consulted and seen, you know.
He says, so it's one of those things when you get to the gate, he says, is it truly necessary for me to stand outside this one wall?
Well, the others aren't, you know, finished being built yet, but yes, for the moment. I'm sure as a commander you understand.
I will respect your wish.
I will not be long.
Are we... Okay.
And so do you go in with him, Messi?
So we're just leaving him here by himself.
Honestly, do we really care? Let's just get things done. Follow the man with the angel.
Sure. Okay. Angel's gone, but okay. Yeah.
And
everyone recognizes him.
I already described. Yeah, I know. I already described the my brain's not working. Already described the what the city is like, and then when you go up the steep staircase, like extra staircase that leads to a landing, that then goes through double doors into a hallway that then eventually leads through double doors that gets into the throne room. The throne room is a big, massive room with 3 chairs that sit in a slightly elevated spot, but behind, and then of course like wall on the far side over here, wall on the far side over here, a couple of doors coming off of it, but also behind the actual throne room is a grand staircase that goes up and around to like different balconies or whatever that lead to the second floor of this castle. So you go in and you leave these 2 to the throne room.
Yep.
Okay.
Obviously, there are our own guards inside the keep.
Of course. Yeah. You can meet inside here for your actual people that are still left behind. One second. You actually find left here are Kithel and Retrock.
Kithel's the one I wanted to talk to. So Retrock can join, but this is Retrock.
Sorry, it just took me a moment to get that ready. So you go join in the council room with Kithel, and so you walk in and you say, you know, something along the lines of Kithel. Go ahead.
Kithel, you're the only one here. I need some.
Red Rock's like, hey.
Oh, and you, Red Rock. I'm sorry. Should have overlooked you.
Thank you.
I need some advice.
What
Outside
is it that I may do for you, chosen?
It's come to my attention that there are a small group of individuals who would like to view that strange body we have in the makeshift morgue, I guess. However, one of them is a Peredhel commander. I would normally ask Rayron what his thoughts on the matter are, but as he is not here, he seems honorable enough. But having him just walk through our city, I just wanted a bit of guidance.
Are you referring to Lieutenant Commander Cadus Medahina?
I am.
Word was sent through from General Jaeger. He sent through word saying that he met with a man by that name, and that he may travel through the land. His advisement in the situation was to be cordial, and, if we can, to assist the man. Apparently, the general knows him fairly well and trusts the boy.
Thank you, Kithel. I will bring them myself down to where we hold the body.
Is there anything else?
Not for now. Thank you.
Is this the morgue that Chosen of the Quill had visited shortly before leaving for the Western Keep?
I wasn't here, but we only have one morgue as far as I'm aware, so I'd say so.
Be warned. You have not been here in a few days, but the Chosen of the Quill did try to investigate that morgue, and it's decided it's best not open. Apparently, a powerful undead creature is inside of it.
Things would kind of click to him now, being as he just literally went over it before. Powerful undead creature. We've had this corpse. No one was able to die in a deer. So things would just start putting together in his head, and he'd say, did he say anything else? He said no one is to enter?
He did not say for no one to enter. He put guards by the doors. I imagine the Chosen of the Quill would not put such orders before you, simply for the safety of the citizens. He is, of course, still with Mog and Hansa in the west.
Okay. I'll go and have a look. Send someone to fetch the commander and bring him into the city.
I will do so personally.
Thank you, Cthulhu.
And Kithel will, of course, leave. Ret Rock will be like, shit, we got Peredhel coming in.
Yeah. Supposedly we're supposed to assist this one.
Well, listen, you know they don't roll over as easy as a glug mug barrel, but maybe we should have a drink or two before we have to deal with that shithead again.
One bug barrel.
I dare say I'll take you up on that maybe later today.
Oh, yes. No drinking on the job. Stands up.
You guys got some crazy beer.
All right, so I would go back out to the throne room and to Elijah and the Perrin woman.
Was that a giant rock creature that just left?
Oh, Cthulhu, yeah.
He nice?
What?
Is he nice?
Quite. Probably the nicest one here.
Things make no sense.
You see a hobgoblin nodding?
Your land is incredibly nonsensical.
He looks at you, one, and says, Chosen, should I royally enforce him?
He gets a chuckle and he says, no, the Maltese is a guest.
Oh, come on. You know that we could lock him up in a barrel he couldn't get out of.
Knowing you, Glugmug, I bet that's true.
Looks you over and says, yeah, I could take you. And then starts walking out the door.
What's going on?
He would just turn to you
It's
and
confusing.
says, if you'd follow me.
Sure.
All right, so we'd start making our way down there, and he'd say, I've had reports that there is a powerful undead creature in where the body is. And if you remember what I said to you before, anyone who died in a deer up to a certain point, well, they came back in one way or another.
And I'm assuming that it all happened after the corpse was placed there?
Wait a second. You're telling me that there could potentially be a Perrin zombie making its way about? Does it have its magics?
I don't know. I wasn't here. I've just received the report that
Shit.
Yes, I thought indeed.
There are 4 of us with Cadus.
The
Excuse
chosen
me.
of the quill,
I don't fight.
Lot,
3 of us.
has ordered the morgue be locked down. I will go and talk to the guards. I have experience fighting the undead, but I don't have any experience if this is anything of what you speak of.
Surprised it could be contained, honestly, from what I've been told.
Yeah.
Let's not be all there.
You have an angel.
Also, don't have all the information. I will speak with the angel. However, I'd prefer to speak with the guards stationed by the chosen of the quill himself first.
She just shrugs and will step out of the way for you to go where you need to go.
Where is the angel, by the way?
He said that he was going to come to the city itself. It's not like it's omnipotent, but you imagine if you called out to it, he'd be able to hear you in your tiny little thorp
Like Superman.
of a kingdom.
Alright, so we'd make our way down there, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, what does it look like down there?
You're going to come back and see the interesting part later on, Tyler. Have a good night, sir. And I hope thinking about Doxy having a hot flash over you makes you happy. All right. So moving on.
Thanks for saying that again.
Welcome.
Bye, Tyler. See you next week.
She was talking about it, her pants started falling down. That's all I remember from last night.
Great. Thanks for doubling down on that. No, tripling down, I believe. Yeah.
I can keep going.
Yeah, please. Let's just turn the whole campaign into that.
It's
Thursday
nights. That's all it is. Thursday nights is just Doxy.
Let's just have every
OnlyFans.
stream be that. Yeah.
We'll turn all of our channels into just Doxy OnlyFans.
Exactly. Yeah. We'll simp for Doxy. Why does the weirdest shit make you laugh?
Sorry. Caught me off guard. I'm sorry. Moving on. So you you go, the Cadius joins, of course, and comes, and Kithel had let him in here. And you can see that the two of them are having a pleasant conversation. And he says, truly. And he says, truly. So your parents aren't at all.
No, just myself. It always strikes people as strange, but apparently it's how these things happen.
Strange indeed. It was a pleasure meeting you, sir. And he extends a hand, shakes Kithel's hand, and Kithel turn to you and say,
Chosen.
and then turn and walk out of the chamber.
All right, so we're down closer to the morgue or whatever now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will call out to the angel.
Okay, great. Fantastic. Thank you.
Why don't you roll me a strength check for the depth of your lungs?
Do you actually want me to roll a strength check?
So strange.
Okay.
Daelric, you're so proud of yourself. Aha, I made 2 of my people talk to each other off camera, and I'm proud of it.
It was more of a stab. So anyways, you actually like call out to the angel whose name you don't know. So what word do you actually call?
Boy.
You go.
I know what it actually is, right? I made that check.
What check?
To know
You know
exactly what
it is. You don't know what their name is, who it is.
Yeah, no, I would just probably
You just call it
out
Deva.
Deva, yeah.
Okay. A few moments later,
Fast.
it would drop down to like right outside of when you're at the top of the stairs. It would stop and kind of like land itself, 1 foot and both feet on the ground, and its wings kind of like fold behind itself. The wings are still visible up and behind its shoulders and everything.
I've been informed that there is a powerful undead creature within the building here. It has been sealed to everyone else by the other chosen. You heard, I don't know if you cared, but you heard the conversation we had last night, and they want to see this. They want to see the strange body that resides in here. But like I said, there's been something locked down, and I don't know what it is.
You say it was sealed, as in to keep it? Which chosen did this one? The one with the aura?
The chosen of the quill locked it down, probably because he didn't want to face whatever is inside.
Mm.
Now, you know when the Arbiter rose, it freed the souls that were here.
I am aware of the unfortunate happenstance.
So this powerful being that was defeated before may have rose from the dead.
Then, like the rest, it needs to be laid to rest.
Can you sense it?
I cannot.
Far be it from me to doubt your power. Do you think we can take this?
I can't sense its power, but I'd be surprised if there is a beast such as a beast like this that lives in these lands that I couldn't overcome.
Is there any reason why you can't sense it?
There could be many reasons. Even the magics of my kind have limitations.
Divine limitations.
He turns his head to you. His eyes narrow. He looks at you. You get this sensation of judgment.
I would look to the rest of the group and say, you've heard me speak. There is a powerful undead in here, and it is right where you need to be. Do you wish to battle it? I've dealt with this stuff many times before, and if it's anything like you're describing, its power could be immense.
It needs to be laid to rest.
Who said that?
If it,
Yeah, so were you saying it to the angel?
No, to the
Cadus. Oh, sorry. Cadus says, I'm not afraid of battle. I'm willing to fight some undead creature.
Have you fought the undead creatures before? Not these zombies you find around.
Then no. The zombies that roam your lands, that's my encounter. They're a strange creature, and I would be lying if I said they didn't give me pause at first experience, but I'm willing to engage with them.
Well, steel yourself, because what we find behind this door may not be like anything you've seen before. As we've fought something with Magister Heathguard that was... Anyway, ready yourselves then.
The angel will actually spend a moment. Not yet.
I would also like to buff up as well.
Okay. The angel will actually place its hand on Cadus's shoulder and say, "You'll fight well." She says something nice to Cadus, because Cadus is a fucking good guy. Jesus Christ. Most good guy character in all the campaigns so far. Everybody's like,
good.
Captain of Malta, he's such a good guy. Gonna fucking murder him. Murder that guy. Break this guy's fingers. Lob off that guy's head. Carry it around me for a while. Put it in a bucket. Carry it around for a while. Use the top of the bucket as a shield. Doxy's like, guys, don't fight. Want to make ask him the tough questions? Go ahead, go do it. Yeah, good job. And Laszlo's like, guys, I just want to. I only nuked an entire civilization. I'm a good guy now. I'm a good guy now. I can't not kill them. Duh.
All we
Charlie
did was
don't
burn a
open the
town down,
store.
so I feel like we're the best campaign. We're the goodest campaign, the most good.
Technically speaking, your character has not done anything horrible yet.
I mean,
Yeah.
Giannis didn't really either. I mean, he did kill a guy from, once that he shouldn't have done. But anyway,
Anyways, moving on.
yeah, I got all my spells ready. I'm good.
I'm gonna cast some spells on myself.
Oh, don't get too jealous, Messy. Things are gonna get a little weird for a hot second here. So
I don't want to do this. I'm just letting you know. I really don't want to do this at all.
He's casting multiple buff spells on himself. Do you know what that's like, Messy?
Okay. I have no idea. I've never casted a buff spell on myself. Isn't that cool?
I meant multiple at the
I've
same
never done it
time
a single time, so we'll see.
to
I've drank the
continuously.
potions. So.
Speaking of,
No.
Do you want me to pop them in?
yeah, we need to know what
So
you're
I'm
doing.
gonna cast. Yep, I'm gonna cast. Divine Favor, as well as
I understand
Heroism?
that, Justin. Aklo, who'd you aid?
Can I also cast Heroism on the Angel?
Technically speaking, you can.
I will also do that. I will ask him first.
Yeah, Angel's not going to be offended by you casting a goodly spell on them.
Yeah, alright, so I'm gonna cast Heroism and
But you do have to touch him for it, so he might be a little angry about that. But
is Nathan's thing down here as well?
What Nathan's thing? Sorry. Oh, you will get to that. Don't worry, we're going to get to that in a moment. As you guys
Okay.
approach it, we'll get to that in a moment. Don't you?
Yeah.
Don't you worry, boyo.
I'm not worried.
And I'll cast Bless as well. Okay.
Okay. The angel spell does not seem to go in bloop for me. So could you do me a favor? Can you drag and drop the spell Holy Aura onto your character sheet and then go bloop with it?
What level is it? It has level 8 ticked.
Sure. There you go.
Okay.
Just bloop it. Yep, level 8.
It's not on the thing.
Not on the what thing?
It's not on. I tried to bloop it and it.
Oh, you know why? Is it on your character sheet under a level 8 for spells known? Right 1. Sorry, it just won't let me bloop it off the angel's character sheet.
All right. There we go.
There you go. Okay, Holy Aura. Just so you're aware, the way that it works is each warded creature, which is every creature within 20-foot radius burst centered on them, which is going to be all of you. It gives a +4 deflection bonus to AC, +4 resistance bonus to saving throws. Unlike protection from evil, this benefits against all attacks, not just attacks by evil creatures. Second, each warded creature has a spell resistance 25 against evil spells or spells cast by evil creatures. Third, the abjuration protects the recipient from possession and mental influence, such as protection from evil does. Finally, if the evil creature succeeds on a melee attack against the creature with this, the offending attacker is blinded. Fortitude negates. It is a powerful spell, and the DC is 22 against all these abilities. It is a powerful spell. Needless to say, that's going to be pinging on the radar of the Arcane Congress. Don't worry about that till later.
Fuck.
So, are you boys ready?
I'm also casting Shield of Faith.
Okay, cool.
Anything else?
Shield of Faith
Is
does
like your
nothing.
whole
Shield
spell
of Faith.
list.
Shield of Faith does nothing. I already gave you a +4 deflection bonus to AC. That won't do anything.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. From a Holy Aura. Mm-hmm. What did you say, Messi?
We're good.
Okay. You cast any buff spells on yourself, sir?
Not yet.
You're going to wait till combat starts?
Yep.
Okay. Well, we'll allow you to describe the opening of the door first in case you do anything at that moment, okay? So anyways, when you guys go down there and you see the 2 guards standing outside the door right before you cast all of your spells, only after you cast some of them, you see that there's the 2 guards that are standing there. There's also this big ashen creature standing outside the door. I mean, it's like a large creature made out of like smoldering ash that is radiating heat off of it.
One of yours?
Yes. It's our...
What is this creature
Marshals.
doing here? So I'm trying to do the angel voice. What is this creature doing here?
Alright, I'll cast the voluminous vocabulary. And I'll say, why are you here? Were you placed here?
You misunderstand me, Chosen. This creature should not be here.
I do misunderstand you. I don't get what you mean. It was left here, I assume, by Nathan.
Yes, but the angel is saying it should not be here. I don't know if you're asking me in game or out of game. Sorry.
No, in game, he's just
Right.
like, it shouldn't be here. So it's like,
Do you know what
Like
this
more or less
creature
what?
is?
no, I do not. It's Nathan's.
When the dead die, not all of them are willing to stay dead. As a matter of fact, mortals are so willing, so have such a drive for life, that even in death, they're willing to be pulled to life, to serve them, as an opportunity to taste life one more time. So attached to it you are. Some of these mortals in their death go to a place where they hunger. They hunger for life, more than just desire for it. This creature hungers for life. The dead can feed off that hunger.
Okay, I'll try and talk to the thing.
So this thing is making the thing on the other side of the wall stronger?
It doesn't answer you.
Because it pissed him off?
You asked about his testicles. So you.
It's
didn't
actually a
ask
good
him,
question though.
where's
So I will reiterate it to it and say, is this making whatever's inside stronger?
You asked that to the angel.
Angel, yeah.
It will respond and say, "Not right now."
When the door opens.
All right.
It'll not.
I'll try and talk to the thing. And I'll be like, why are you here?
I was sent here.
Could you return to Nathan?
I will ask Nathan. Nathan wants to know who's asking.
The chosen of the blade.
He said, out of curiosity, why?
The angel and myself, as well as a few others, are going to kill the undead inside.
Nathan wants to know if you would like my assistance.
Tell Nathan I have been told no from the angel.
You see the creature starts to crumble to just a small pile of ash on the ground. Clearly it's been dismissed.
Okay. Well, the angel can go first.
Okay. So there's a door there, right? That y'all about to open. Cadus will go and open the door because everybody else seems too scared to. Cadus actually has a
I
sack.
know. He doesn't know what he's dealing with. So.
Not a strong guy. I can't open doors.
Really?
Is it locked?
That's where you go with this? I can't open the door. It's too heavy. It's too heavy.
Oh, man, you remember when I knocked a pole off of a giant door? Don't have that spell today. Sorry. Someone else gonna have to open it.
Uh-huh. And 1 second. Wow, this is being so weird. This other version of here is so weird.
I'm also using one more thing.
What's that?
Potion
Gotcha.
of an oil of magic weapon.
Okay. So that's funny using all these special things. You think they're gonna help you? They're not. So
Yeah, I know they're not, but you know they might. And what else am I gonna do?
Cadus goes to open the door and everybody can roll initiative check.
I don't have a token. Does it matter?
It does. You don't have a token?
No, I don't. I'm on the map.
Oh, gotcha. I can just drop you in the other area.
Aha. Thanks.
Probably same for you, Sarah, huh? Probably also on the map.
Come on. Sucks.
Yeah, it does. You gonna roll, sir?
Yeah. Sorry, where's my token? Yeah.
Daelric, what is going on
What do you mean?
on the stream?
Oh, sorry. That's because I was messing with the wrong thing. That's all. It's all better.
Oh, okay.
Yep, it's just because it's difficult to coordinate this. As you can imagine, running 2 campaigns at the same time, side by side on the overlay, is a little fucky.
I don't envy you, bro. I don't envy you.
It's a little fucky. All right. It was some serious tech issues to actually make the fucking thing work. So, add that on there real quick. Angle. Add that on there. And then for what's his name? 1.
Is that what you go by? Like everyone calls you one?
Yes.
Yep.
14. Cool. So you're actually on a different initiative tracker than everything else. They're 1 just for the sake of simplicity. And lastly, Cadus needs an initiative. Cadus will use can we use this one? Or is that untagged? Good, it's not tagged. Cool. Messy's actual personal token will be Cadus.
Fuck. Giannis, no! You switched sides.
Actually, I can't do that. Come to think of it. Because he actually has one. Where was Cadus?
My perspective, Giannis is evil.
Cadus rolled a natty 1. No, that sucks so bad. All right, Angel. Let me just look at the stats for the Angel. It's going to be +7.
The Angel, that little
6.
bug with wings?
Yes.
Okay. It looks like a bug.
Also rolled garbage. Everybody's rolling shitty. Then the creature. Wow, that's funny. They both have the same modifier. God damn it, everybody's rolling garbage. But you know what, though?
You didn't open roll the initiative, though.
Oh, that's accidental. It automatically pops up on screen so you can see what the result is. That's just because the macro does it that way. And then Cadus didn't roll his, or he did? Oh, he did roll his, but he rolled a 0. Oh, that tickles my fanny.
0.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Tickles your fanny.
That's right.
Ew.
So Cadus opens the door. And immediately when Cadus opens the door, the creature acts. Because why wouldn't it? So describe the scene. You guys are outside of the keep. Right outside of it. Went around the sideway. There's no old entrance there. There's a big ashen creature in front of it. And there was the there's a big ashen creature in front of it. And then there was also shit, I think it's this one I want. No, it's not. Fuck. It's annoying me. There you are. Yes. Cool. Change the music. Sorry. So there's a big ashen creature in front of it and 2 guards. You talk to the ashen creature, the guards, whatever it is. They step to the side, disappear, so on and so forth. Cadus grabs the door, starts pulling open the door. The creature inside was waiting for you. It was waiting for you. You think it wasn't waiting for you this whole time? Once it found out what the door was,
waiting for us.
it was waiting for you the whole time. So
Sounds
clearly,
like it was waiting for us the whole time.
clearly it had a prepared action. Immediately had a prepared action. So as soon as the door opens up, it immediately casts a spell. Like it has a prepared action to do so. That prepared action is going to be on. There's a D3 here. It's obviously not going to do it on the angel, right? It's not a person, but there are 3 people here. Let's roll a D3. Let's say that 1 is 1, Cadus is 2, and Messi is 3. Actually, you know what? Messi, you could be 2 because you're shit.
Thanks. I'm the shit.
The Messi
Just
number
roll
2.
fucking die.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I told one of you guys to roll it. I did not.
Oh.
2.
Fuck. That's a bitch move, Daelric.
That's funny. Look at it. It's actually a D3. So, but I feel like that's the one that we were always hitting before with Reno, wasn't it? So,
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I think that's how we dropped you before. So, Messi, could you go ahead and do me a favor? I just need you a teeny tiny, and unfortunately you're fighting against a creature inside Pathfinder. There is a degree of transition, but not completely. By the way, both you boys got 8 of the martyr. So let me drop that on both of you inside your appropriate channels. This one is going to be, where are you? Where's your mini?
On the top.
Sorry, I can't. There you are. 8 of the martyr for you. And over here, do I not have an 8 of the martyr macro for your other campaign? I swear I do. Prayer of the martyr.
I don't know.
You rolled me a 1. You fucking...
I'm just going to do it over here. This one's going to go to you. It's going to be on his thing, so you have to check the stream. 8 of the martyr for you.
I'll tell you what you got.
You rolled the 7, you get
10
12.
HP.
12 temp HP for you, sir.
I'm mad. I'm mad.
Sir, could you go
I'm
ahead and do
big
me a
mad.
favor? Could you... Oh, and Prayer of the Gods. Hello. Prayer of the Gods, by the way, you don't have to do it just for KM. Prayer of the Gods will be for the whole team. So I'm going to drop Prayer of the Gods in there. That goes for the whole team. Cool. Back to you guys. I need you, Messi, to roll me a wisdom save. I want you to roll poorly for me.
Yeah, you got it, buddy.
God damn it. Everybody always crushes the save.
That's a 24.
Ugh, well, you succeeded the save, just like all of Will's creatures checks.
Ugh.
Hey, are you ready?
Ugh. My PC didn't die in 1 hit. Ugh.
6 points of damage to you, sir. 6 points of psychic damage to you.
That's all my temp HP.
So do we have a extra, is it 3 because of aid and prayer? Or is it a 2? I can't remember how much it gives us.
Prayer gives you 1, aid gives you 1. Attack
So
rolls.
an extra 2 to hit.
Extra 2 to hit. Yep.
Okay. Awesome. And now it's going to be the creature's actual turn, because it was preparing this whole time, tirelessly waiting for you. Now that it's actually the creature's turn, I'm going to stick with the same target, because why would it attack more than just one target? I'm going to have Messi make me another wisdom save.
Being a bitch right now, I swear to God. Oh.
God damn it. Oh,
I'm scared you're gonna like feeble mind me or some shit. I'm just gonna be dumb for the rest of my life.
Will negates, god damn it. All of a sudden, for half a moment, you had a suicidal thought. You legit, for like half a moment, you had this suicidal thought, but then all of a sudden you just stopped. It went away. So you let it go. For those of you that are just joining us into the channel, just so you know, this is a crossover session between 2 of my ongoing campaigns. The first ever crossover between 2 of my ongoing campaigns that play in 2 different systems, but are in the same world, same storyline, and directly and indirectly impact each other. It's the first time they've ever met. So they're fighting a creature together. It's fun. 1 PC from 2 different campaigns. Moving on. So did I say what it looks like? It's a really good question. No, because I never described it. You haven't seen it yet. The door opens up, you don't see the creature, and all of a sudden you get the first half a moment, a suicidal thought, but you're able to, what the hell is that? Quell it down. It's gone. It's that was the creature's turn. It now brings us to 1's turn. 1, what do you do as the door opens up and you just stare into darkness? Probably, it's daytime out here, so you have to kind of take a step forward and blink a few times to transition to dark vision if you want to do that.
I'm gonna prepare an action.
Okay. Aggression or defense?
Well, I am literally waiting for the angel to act because I can't see it at the moment. So I'm going to prepare to charge if and when I can see it.
Okay. So
I would like to. Can I use a swift action though?
sure.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to use a swift to activate the justice judgment.
Justice. Ooh.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay. So
Gives me
after
+2 on top. All right.
after that is going to be the actual angel's turn. The angel is going to move into the hallway, looking around, trying to sense this creature. It does say, as it as the door opens up, it starts to float forward. It says, "I sense it now," and starts moving forward, drawing its greatsword. Its greatsword set into flame as it starts to move forward, illuminating the area on the inside. However, you don't see the creature, not immediately. You can't see it as the angel's going in there and looking around and seemingly searching for it. Give for me moment. This is going to be a plus 17. So we're going to roll it over here. Slash roll 1d20 plus 17. Okay. Against this.
Jesus fuck.
The angel flies in there and starts looking around with its flaming sword in its hands. It's like, I can sense it. I cannot see it.
Can we luck dice it?
You can. You may roll and subtract from your 7.
Does prayer give him a +1 on skill?
Oh,
checks?
it does, and it also gives that a -1. I don't know if you factored that in, Scott.
Into the one, but not the other.
Okay.
32 to 34. That's a.
Oh, no.
Oh shit.
So hold on,
That's
that makes
a match,
that makes
right?
it 33. That's actually a match. That means it does.
Yeah, it's a match.
So it's actually perfect. That's the exact number you needed because one was
Oh,
factored,
good.
the other one wasn't, right? So it
Yeah.
says because the angel one was not. So it walks in and it says, I cannot sense. I can sense the creature, but I cannot see it. Wait. And then all of a sudden, it like whips around with its great sword in hands, looking at the creature, like kind of whips around or whatever it is. And immediately as it does so, it's going to cast. I wish I could cast off the angel's character sheet, but unfortunately, this is just text for me. Oops, sorry, I just pressed Iron Will. It's literally just text for me. It's not actual items I can click on, which makes no sense. That's not how it's
Can you
supposed to
copy and
work.
paste it?
No. It's text is in like I can just see what it's called, which is very frustrating. It should be a spell that I can click. Yeah, I don't know why the thing's doing that, but it casts a spell. You guys can roll that's a spellcraft for one of you guys and a Arcana for the other one. You guys can roll.
I'm not trained, so I won't.
Then don't roll. Neither of you are able to identify what the spell is, but it casts a spell, and all of a sudden there's a huge like note of like almost like you can imagine a bell ringing or a gong being rung, and as that happens, there's like a rush of just like goodly energy that comes through the area. So this spell deals 1d8 points of damage per 2 caster levels to a maximum of 5d8 to evil creatures in the area, or 1d6 per caster level to an evil outsider. It causes the creature to become blinded for 1 round. A will saving throw reduces the damage to half and negates the blindness. It only deals half damage to creatures who are neither good nor evil. So, are either of your characters evil?
No.
Are either of your characters good?
No.
Cool.
I don't have an alignment.
Could you go ahead and roll me a will save from one of you and a wisdom save from the other one? Your alignment's very likely lawful neutral, sir.
Alright, I have a
Oh my
plus
fucking god.
2 from that thing the angel did. So it's a 15, and I am next to Elijah and Cadence, or whatever his name is.
Cadus, yep.
I think.
Yep, so you
Alright,
have
so
a
that would be
13 is a 15,
15,
is a
Yeah.
plus 1, 16.
16, 17, 18, 19.
So you're good, right? Elijah, how are you looking?
Am I good?
Yeah.
I think I passed.
You're the one with the critical fumbles. You can thank Tyler for that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, thanks.
Weapons
So
not
what-
destructive. Disruptive. So
Do I just take full damage for a crit fail, or are we still doing half damage because I'm neutral?
1 second. I just gotta look at the character. Okay, so it does this. Oh, you take half damage from whatever I roll. So. Oop, I did that wrong, so cancel. Here we go. This is the correct damage, and you take half damage from this.
I can't see it anyway. Oh.
Oof. Oof. I rolled
the
well.
half?
No, you take half of that. So 12.
Rounded up or down? Okay, down.
Down. Always down. So you take 12
a
points of
bitch.
damage. And the
Do
evil
I also
creature.
take 12?
My apologies. You actually take half of 12. You take 6.
Okay.
And the other creature is going to make its saving throw. I got to go back to it, which is a +9. Actually, +8 because of all the other factors. So it's going to be slash roll 1d20 +8. To 17. That's enough to make the DC, I believe, confirming. I am going to. Oh, shit. Daddy's dice are broken over there. Okay. Then, I don't know how many Daddy's dice I have, so I have to. No, I was given Daddy's dice last session by William, and I wasn't able to use it. So, I actually do have one Daddy's dice because it was given to me by William. Because I didn't. Oh, no, I used it earlier for the initiative. God damn it. My only Daddy's dice is used for the initiative. So, unfortunately, no, that is my result. I actually do, unfortunately, miss. I take the full damage for whatever it is.
Taking your own full damage?
Yeah, so it takes the 25. The creature does. Cool. That is the angel's turn. Elijah, it's your turn, sir.
Awesome. So, thanks for the luck. So he got hit pretty hard just by one spell. Elijah's like, yeah, this is a fight I'm gonna have to go all out for. So he is gonna cast a buff on himself. He's gonna cast the one I haven't used yet, which is really long. Put it in chat anyway. But basically, it raises my AC, lets me change any spell I cast to cold damage, and I gain a bonus Constitution saving throws to maintain spells. And yeah, so when he does that, he's his arms and hands turn like pale, and like flakes of cold or ice start forming on his skin, like on the surface of a skin. And he that's a bonus action. Okay, so then he's going to use it and cast a spell. Can I see the creature?
Unfortunately, you cannot, but you saw that the angel had seemingly noticed it and whipped around and just kind of like went and released the spell.
He's going to cast Blur on himself.
Okay. Beautiful. So you jumped up your AC by a ton, gave yourself a couple of the cute little abilities, and blurred yourself so that you're nice and safe. So it's harder for me to hit you.
Won't die in one turn. Yep, and that's all I can do. That's it.
Okay, cool, awesome. So yeah, it's just so everybody knows in chat, because you've never seen him use it before, it's called Glacius Imperium, which is, again, more or less he infuses his body with the essence of ice and hardens his flesh and enhances his ability to tap into cold magics. Moving on. End of your turn, it becomes Cadus Medahina's turn. So
He
Cadus
loses it, right?
Cadus actually was completely uninjured by whatever effects that was that the angel did. He did not take any damage from it because, again, he's a good person. I wish Raywin was here. What is a good person. And he is going to also walk in, unlike one here. He is not afraid. And so with his hammer in one hand and a shield in the other, he starts walking forward, looking around, taps his shield with the hammer. Bing! Come out, creature. I'll fight you. And starts walking forward. He will, as he's doing so, He's going to say, come along, Chosen.
I'll kind of laugh a little bit because.
Oh, no, not Chosen, not Chosen, not Chosen. Sorry, wrong one. Wrong one. He says, what the fuck is his name? Come along, Elijah. And you get a 10 temporary health points.
He wants me to go inside?
Well, he says, come along.
The mage?
And it gives you, no, this is Cadus. Yes. And it gives you 10 temporary health points.
He wants the wizard to come inside the room with the bad guy. Yeah.
More or less, don't be afraid.
Yeah, well, okay.
So he walks in, he's going to start searching around, looking for this thing himself. Obviously, we're going against different DC for perception checks because it's different editions, just so you're aware.
Oh my god.
He does not notice. He does not notice the creature. Nope.
Was I able to roll? Oh, you have to go in the room.
So those things are like ting,
okay.
ting, but as he does it, like a little bit of dust actually falls from like the whacking his hammer. Come along, Elijah. Dust falls, and because your campaign does critical failures, which is dumb. Yeah, a little bit of dust falls in his eyes. He actually has to take his hammer and rub his face for a moment to like clear the dirt from his eyes.
So useless.
It's now the creature's turn again. It is no fool. It knows that it has a limited chance to actually be able to defeat the peoples before it. So it uses a different tactic here. So far, it's only taken damage from one person. So all of a sudden, it does something else. The angel needs to make a saving throw. There's my modifier.
Come on, Angie.
God damn it, I keep rolling too well for the angel. So Jake, do me a favor, roll me 2d4. Oof. Yes! That's amazing.
Kidding me?
All of a sudden you just hear, everybody hears the weirdest noise. You almost swear in the back of your mind, literally in your mind. You almost swear you hear the cracking of a whip, but not this like whoosh, but almost like a low, deep sounding whip noise. It kind of like makes all of you shiver, or it gives you pause for a moment, but specifically the angel seems to be legitimately harmed by it. You actually see the angel, whereas it doesn't open any wounds or anything like that you see. You see the angel kind of like slumps back for a second. You see the almost internal glow that it gives off, its pristine kind of aura it gives off, is somewhat dulled. Slightly. Somewhat dulled. You still can't see this creature, wherever it is. Seemingly it moves though, because the angel, as soon as it kind of recoils from the attack, starts looking around immediately afterwards, sword in hands, trying to find the creature. Now it's going to bring us to the next person in initiative. Oh, Cadus, he wasn't supposed to do anything that turn. He wasn't anyway. I'm going to have him take his non-action this turn instead. One, it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm just trying to see what level this thing is.
We have no way of finding this fucking thing.
Not without a means of detecting it.
Well, yeah.
All right, so there's a spell that gives me true seeing, and I'm just trying to figure it out.
True seeing's what level? 5th?
No, it's a 4th level spell that said I get it for a number of rounds or something. I'm just trying to find it.
Your best bet is to go to the Inquisitor spell list, Control F, True Seeing.
It's cleric spell list, but yeah.
Or wherever. Oh, you're using your power, your ability?
Yeah.
Did you just do that recently?
It has been more than 7 days.
Okay, cool. I mean, just because it's been 3 months IRL doesn't mean 7 days passed in game, right, John?
No, but I've I can't find where it is.
Actually, I don't think John watches Regicide, so.
Can I invisibility purge?
You can try it.
The true seeing one is what I want, but it's like I found it before, but there's like 100 spells to go through, and I don't want to take up time. Do you want to just skip me for 1 minute and go to the next person or not?
Sure. After that's actually gonna be the angel's turn.
Alright, because I need to find this.
Angel is going to roll again. This is gonna be on the Kingmaker sheet right here. It's one higher than what I roll here. Where are you? Don't you love these rolls? Angels look around. Once again, I can feel it, but I do not see it. I'm going to search deeper in. And just kind of like pulls itself up from the recoil. I guess it fully returns itself from the recoil and starts walking further into the place. Found it. And starts moving towards the creature to attack it.
Does he attack it?
One moment.
Do we see it now?
Only the first attack applies. It says, it doesn't do the damage correctly. It says 1d6 as opposed to actually rolling 1d6, which is annoying.
We did roll 16, which is max damage, right?
Should do this. But there we go. And then we should do this because that doesn't include the 1d6 fire. So we just have to add that 1d6. Unless it does that. No, yeah, that doesn't include it. So that should resolve the issue. Change this to slashing. Change this down here to fire. That solves the problem moving forward. Okay, so it would he would hit it for in theory 20 points of damage is what he's hitting it for. Because he moved up, he only gets one attack. So he hits the creature for that damage. Perfect. And he hits it. Would you see it? No, it's too far into the Borg, maybe around a corner. You're gonna have to go in to investigate.
Great.
That's
No, I'm gonna invisibility
Jake?
purge. I'm gonna move into where the angel is, and swift action invisibility purge, which you surround yourself with a sphere of power with a radius of 5 feet per caster level that negates all forms of invisibility.
okay.
I don't know if it'll work on this or not, but that's what I do. Tell me if I see anything.
Bloop it in chat.
I don't have the spell after.
Oh, that's fine. Don't even worry about it then. I'm gonna check something else to resolve that issue.
It's a target. It says personal. By the way.
It's 5 feet around you?
Yeah, per level.
Oh, what level is it? Oh, is it level like
Per
character level?
caster level.
So think about incorporate. Okay. So yeah, the thing is, yeah, you can definitely see the creature as it is as you're finally walking in and you do this purge. Because what it is the creature is actually incorporeal, which means that it's non-substantial. It's a specter, if you will. And which means that it has the ability to fade in and out of this reality. It is not very easily hit between two planes of existence at the same time, right? However, your invisibility purge makes it so that it's not easily able to escape your eyes as it's transitioning between the two planes, so on and so forth. The creature that you see before you is horrifying, but before I describe it, as you walk in the door and start walking towards, through the hallways in the morgue, you can actually see there's fresh bodies on the ground. Bodies that have only been dead for a few days' time. That are lying there, dead. The only rotting or whatever is swelling, whatever to their bodies is the fact that they just are dead. And they're lying there. You can see on the various tables or slabs that are inside this room, the smelling of rot, the smelling of death, so on and so forth. It's in here. You can see the bodies that were placed in here some time ago. Once again, dead, just lying there. Not zombies, because, you know, this place would have been purged from them a long time ago. Yeah. However, you can actually see that this creature, which is floating before you, is strange to say the least. As for size, it is not small. It is large, like I don't know, God, like a massive floating cloud, almost like it's so thick, it's almost like a goop that's floating before you. And it has on it many faces, each one of them seeming like a screaming torment of some horrified soul that's not able to release or get away. The thing is not pleasant looking. As a matter of fact, the first time you lay your eyes upon it, Jake, you're going to have to make for me a will save.
Thing sucks.
Alright, I'm near the angel, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Alright, so it's a plus.
It's a
2
disgustingly
on top
high.
of that,
It's disgustingly
plus
high.
2,
Yeah. So you're good. You feel fear come over you for a moment or two when you first look at this thing. It's how horrifying it is. However, you're no, I don't know, human that stood on ice for a long time, right? You're an orc from the Barren Lands who was raised in a region that hunts these undead
Hey.
for a long time. You stand strong. It is now your turn, Elijah.
I hadn't even seen it.
Is that my full turn? Moving and
Casting a
can
spell?
I not attack?
Oh,
That's a swift.
Oh, so the creature is large, but the angel itself is not small by any stretch of the imagination. Technically, isn't large sized. However, its massive wings behind it seem to be in the way. You just have to make a small acrobatics check to be able to duck around it to get up into melee.
That was a terrible idea.
Stupid angel being in the way and shit.
Didn't put its wings away.
Heroism gives me a +2, so +2 to this thing is 8. Could be a DC 10 to get past, so I'm gonna try and luck it.
Okay.
I
I reached out to 5. Okay, you're good. He was to quickly duck underneath the wings. He was to duck underneath the wings and get into melee. You can see whatever this creature is. It is frightening as fuck. Go ahead, sir.
All right, I'll attack it.
Was that 24?
Yeah.
You hit.
Hey, congratulations.
How much damage is that? Sorry, 15. Thank you.
Yep.
Perfect.
I do have. Does that take the whole 15?
In theory.
Okay. All right. Because I have that talent thing too.
What talent thing? Sorry. You have a million abilities. Hard for me to keep track. Doing 2 campaigns.
It's the one that does 50% damage to incorporeal or something.
Oh yeah. Yep. My apologies. Correct. So because it's incorporeal, usually it wouldn't take damage, but you put magic on your weapon, which means you're already doing 50% damage. Plus you have your talent, which is since your weapon's magical, does the full damage to you. Yes, you do the full damage because again, magic weapon and your ability. Yes.
Yep.
Moving on. Then that brings us over to what's your face there? It's actually the creature's turn again. So the creature is obviously cornered, so on and so forth. It is not.
I didn't get to go yet. Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Because we skipped him, went to the angel, and went back to him, right?
Oh.
Yeah, it's
It is
Elijah then.
It is Elijah's turn. My apologies.
Cool. And then we're skipping Cadus's turn this time, right?
Correct.
Okay. And how far in is he? In the tunnel.
Pretty much all the way
the
in.
Borg.
All the way into the Borg.
Okay, so he's like next to them, near them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cadus? My apologies, Cadus?
Yeah, Cadus. Yeah.
Yes, all the way in.
Okay. Great. Elijah will, because they all ran around the corner. Elijah will run in after them, and get to the corner, and then kind of hang back a few feet from the rest of them. And do I need a roll will save when I turn the corner?
Please do. Wisdom.
Got it, buddy. Fuck. How does this keep happening? Are you kidding me?
Oh God. Oh man.
I shouldn't have asked. That's my bad.
That's funny. Okay. So that's funny. Moving on. So when you come around the corner, you see that, you immediately are shaken by just seeing this. The shaking condition is, I'm just going to do the 5e version of that for you. DM tools. Nope, not that one. The other website. Quick reference. Fear. You guys just have frightened, don't you? Yeah. The weaker version. Yeah. Disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of fear is within line of sight. You can't willingly move any closer. But you can still cast spells and whatnot. So it's ability checks or skill checks. And attack rolls, there's attack rolls. If you're doing something that doesn't require an attack roll, you're good.
Okay.
So
and then
go
I
ahead.
know that the Aid of the Martyr gives us a +1 saves versus fear.
Correct.
Is that relevant at all right now?
No, saving throws 91 automatically fails.
Okay, great. So I can see it, but everyone's standing in front of me. Let me see if there's something I can use. Does it count as a creature? Can I cast a spell on it that's for creatures?
Yeah,
it's
5e
creatures?
and 3.5 work a little different, so you can.
Okay. I'm gonna try this. I'm assuming he's gonna absolutely crush the save, but I'm gonna try the spell right here at level 2, hypothermia.
1 second.
So, Constitution saving throw.
1 second. See how that goes. It might actually work.
I hope so, because that's all I can do.
Okay. Con save. Again, 5e.
Yep.
That's a legit thing to request. So I'm gonna roll this. This is actually an appropriate number for you. So this is slash roll 1d20 plus. What's the DC? Oof.
Yeah, you crushed it. You're good.
On a success, the spell ends. So hold on. What happens
Nothing
if you
happens.
on a failed save, the creature has disadvantage on attack rolls. Its speed reduced by 10. It takes
Yep.
1 cool.
Yep. You're good. Nothing
Okay.
happens.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
It's okay. All good.
Yeah.
I still
Sorry.
got some spell slots left. We'll figure it out.
Let's back to the creature's
What's
turn.
your DC?
15.
I mean, but my response to that was inappropriate. That wasn't like plus 10 or some shit. So, anyways, you guys are there, and he is going to cast a. God damn it. He is going to use a power. You can see it's kind of like as its faces are there screaming and whatnot. It literally is like screaming, but it's like soundless. There's no noise to it as you see this contortion. You can see the thing almost seems to have its top of itself almost like splits, like it's two heads, almost like there's a schism in it, right? That being said, it's actually going to activate one power. Jake, if you can go ahead and make me a will save. Roll a fucking natural 1, please. You've never done that. Jake always crushes my will saves. He crushes my will saves like a well-versed cleric wearing a ring of mind shielding.
And there is a +5 to that.
By
2
5.
for the holy aura, and then it's a will save. I'm adjacent, so my little things come into play down the bottom there.
Are you happy with your 20?
No, I'm not.
Don't you get a 21 because of prayer?
That happens all good. No, I do actually, but I don't want to be screwed by this thing. There we go.
Unfortunately, you only take this.
Unfortunately.
And then can you go ahead and do me another favor? Roll me another will save.
Yeah. I have DR2 magic. Does that apply here?
No, actually it doesn't.
Okay.
Tier 2 magic refers to melee attack, like physical attacks.
All right, and another will save.
Yes, sir. That's okay. It's only half when you succeed. I'm gonna roll 2d4 and you take half. Ready for this, Jake? Half. You take 3 points of charisma damage, please, sir.
Okay.
As once again, this time you hear that loud crack of a whip, but it's almost like a dull noise. But this time it like hurts. For you, you
So it was
literally feel
3,
it
was it?
sat 3 points of charisma damage.
Yeah.
So you actually feel like your characters, like every part of your essence, your personality, your like a center of being is legitimately attacked and weakened from that blow. It was a pretty hefty blow. You know, you will not be able to survive many more of those. That was actually pretty intense. Anyways, that is the creature's turn. It brings us to 1.
Well, I am going to activate Bane, and I'm going to attack it. So I will do that now.
Jake's always so bored. Yep, hold on. Let me just be super badass.
No, I'm ridiculously afraid. Thank you. Very afraid.
It's no problem. I'm just gonna. My AC is like 38. Oh, look at the wrong campaign. I was just kidding. It's actually... Jesus.
Alright.
That's a hit, sir. Oof. Is that so? It's a total of a 23.
23.
Thank God it wasn't a critical hit. Oh my God! Look at that damage if it was a crit. Ah! 23 damage. This thing is very ghosty. I can't really describe it beyond that. You can just see that it's still silently mouthing screams, showing pains in its face, so on and so forth. That's all you can kind of see coming from it. Usually, it would do other things, but unfortunately, it's kind of trapped and cornered and in the moment in a room that doesn't have the ability to travel through the walls.
Good.
I've assumed the angel's turn. Angel, hold on. Angel, knowing how effective it is to do so.
You can see it now, right? Because it's an aura that's coming off my weapon. You can see the creature properly.
Sure, yeah, you're fine. Yeah. So, what is it? The creature is, the angel is now going to once again. Actually, let me try this one instead. Yeah, it's actually going to cast Holy Smite one more time. Both you boys need to make will saves.
Come on, natty 1, baby. Let's go. They're pretty good this time.
You take half. Take half of this. And you also take half of this.
We both take 9.
Okay. No, he takes 10. You take 9. I rolled both of your campaigns.
For him. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
There you go. And so anyways, and the thing is also has to make its own save. Okay. And that brings us to Elijah's turn. Elijah, what are you gonna do?
They're still all. I mean, they're trapping in the corner, which I'm happy about, but I'm too scared to get closer. So all I can do is continue to cast from back here.
Oh, make me another will save, sir. Wisdom.
Wisdom?
Mm-hmm.
16.
16 plus 1 for and plus 1, so it's an 18 total. You are no longer afraid.
18.
The fear wears off of you.
Oh, you roll every turn. Oh, okay. Great.
Yep. 5 is way more forgiving. Jake, if you fail, you'll be screwed.
All right. Well, that opens up some options. Okay. So the 3 of them are kind of surrounding this ghost in a corner somewhere down a hall, and I'm just at the other end of the hall just watching, trying to cast spells off. I want to prepare something, but the chance to trigger is probably not going to happen. So instead, I'm going to do the same thing I did last time, just hope it works. I'm going to try hypothermia again.
It's a long walk to get there. Ooh. What's the DC?
15.
Again, a plus 5 is not unrealistic. Sorry. I'm not like rolling unfair stats against you on this one. That's
You're good.
Yeah. Plus 5 is appropriate for the challenge rating of the monster.
Okay.
So I'm just rolling well. I'm sorry, sir.
You're good. So how far away am I from the rest of the group?
Honestly, less than about 10 feet from them. You know, a safe enough distance that you're safe from it being able to touch you or whatever. But you know,
Okay.
still there.
Without it moving, obviously. Do I still have a bonus? I don't even know if I can do anything with that. Yeah, we're good. That's it.
Okay, unfortunately, because the creature's kind of cornered off to the side, the Catus Monachina is not going to be able to engage in melee. It's cornered by the angel and one being over here. So he's going to go up and he's going to offer what's this called? No, can't even do that one. Yeah, he's not going to be able to do any of his abilities, I don't think. Oh, you know what? Nope, can't even do that. If he has a lot of abilities, he's a super badass warrior, but literally the person's pincered by 2 others, so he can't even use them. He's just going to kind of like stand there in the wing, waiting for an opportunity to go in, looking for his chance to jump into the fight, but he literally can't because he's cornered out. Too many melee people. So that's going to be Catus' turn. That brings us to the other guy, who is going to, again, it's best to focus on one target and take them down. And it's very easy to see which target is the issue here. One, I need a will save. Jesus Christ. I think you just completely ignore this if I do that. Hold on. Will engage. Yep, nothing happens.
You ever failed a will save?
Yeah, maybe if he rolls a 1, he crushes them. It's annoying. And could you go ahead and roll me another will save?
It's a 20. And I'll roll luck again. It's a 21, but I'll roll luck so I don't.
Sure.
In case it's a high level spell.
This leaves you, I think, 3 luck dice left.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to drop this on your game. Ugh, garbage! Come on! Took half. He took 1 point of charisma damage. God damn it.
What is charisma damage?
Something you don't have to worry about in your system.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't. That seems annoying.
It is
not
horrifying.
annoying, but it seems stressful.
It's you could die.
Yeah, well, everything kills you in every game, so.
No. No, your system doesn't have save or die. I don't think there's a single spell in 5e that's if you fail the saving throw, you automatically die.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think that exists. Probably for good reason.
Okay. And after the creature does its 2 spells, it's now your turn. 1.
Swift action, bull strength potion.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack it again.
Okay. Why the fuck can't he roll a 1? Why the fuck can't he roll a 1?
Does a 40 hit?
Why can't he roll a goddamn 1? Never rolls a 1.
26.
He just doesn't roll a 1. He's like, yeah, that's what I've Tesh for. God damn it. No, I know, Phoenix. So it's con damage that kills. Everything else just is stupid or paralyzed. So anyways,
I'll be dead.
all right. Anyways, yeah, you hit it again. You can actually, because you understand incorporeal undead very well, you can see that this thing is starting to get wispy. It's starting to look like it's at the tail end of its ability to live here, of its ability to stay. It is wearing down.
Okay, I would yell out and make that known as well. I'd say, what would he say?
It's dying.
It's working. Focus it now. Focus it hard.
Here we go. Standing directly in front of it, it gets all 3 attacks. 1 second while the API figures this out. Poor Elijah. All of your spells is just bad luck, man. Bad luck.
Every time. I'm gonna call the director of 120.
Oh.
Sorry, roll 20.
Right? Seriously. Yeah, you see that? 33, 37, 47. 54, 57, 67, 73. 73 points of damage, assuming it all actually goes through. No, not all 5e characters are useless. Completely disagree with you on that one. Hardcore disagree. Because 5e rules apply in the battle. And the AC is modified for him. The DCs, the saving throws, everything are modified for him. I'm rolling with a +5. I'm rolling very well. That's facts. That's just how it goes. Like
No, I'm not mad about it.
He did 2. No, I know. Just talking to chat. He did 2 attacks. Both of his attacks, I rolled a save and I crushed a save. Doesn't matter what system you're playing in. When that happens, that happens. So.
Yeah.
But. Oh yeah, gotcha. Well, yeah, that's also they're shouldered out. So, the creature seems to dissipate. All of the souls seem to come crumbling off of this creature. You see face falls off, face falls off, face falls off, all of them falling off, tons of them dropping, dying, dropping, dying, dropping, from all of them. Until finally, all the souls seem to dissipate and raise off of the thing, when only one remains. Standing there, floating before you, is invisible, because of your invisibility purge, visible to all of you.
It's a sneeze.
Sorry, yawn. It's 1:35 in the morning. Visible to all of you is the specter of the Loper that we were referring to beforehand. It's standing there before you guys.
Hello.
It does not look friendly.
Is it?
I would look to the angel and say, "Do we kill it?"
The angel says, "All souls must be put to rest."
All right. Well, Cadence, get a look.
Cadence sees it. And Elijah, it's your turn.
Oh, we're still fighting?
Yeah. Spectre in front of you.
Oh, okay.
Did you not hear that part of the conversation?
No, I did. I just thought that it dissipated into a specter. The specter was not trying to kill us immediately.
Oh, no. I said it does not look friendly.
Gotcha. Okay.
What do you do?
Hold on. Can I do chill touch on it? Because that's it says the space of a creature within range at 120 feet.
Do you read the rest of Chill Touch?
Yeah. What about it? Oh. The last part. Yeah.
So what do I do?
That's a good thing.
So you want to use it?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm confused. What's the problem with it?
No, you're good. You're good. So
Oh,
you
okay.
cast Chill Touch, and so
Yeah.
you make an attack roll.
Yeah, and I'll change the damage to cold on it.
Okay. Oh! make sure before you press the damage, inside your little thing there, it says 2d8. Not 1d8. Make sure it says that inside your character sheet thingy.
It says 2d8.
Perfect. Now roll your damage. Oh my god, that's amazing.
Hey.
How much damage is that total?
14 plus 12 plus frost damage, which is
Oh, you doing it? Are you doing your surge thing?
how many do I get?
Your
4?
surge 1, unless you kill a creature with cold damage, and you get 1 back.
Oh.
As your levels of damage, which adds 6 to that.
Yeah, okay. I thought there was one that made it so if I hit with cold damage, it did extra damage too, but I don't see it.
No.
I think it's just the reroll one. Okay. Yeah, so I'll put it in. Boop.
So Storm Surge allows you to increase that damage by 6. And yeah, what does the other one do extra damage? Or like you said, just allow you to reroll once? I gotta open up a
The other one
character
just
sheet.
lets me roll ones. Yeah, and I didn't roll any ones.
Confirming that for you. Sorry.
I get 4 of them. Yeah, so it's equal to the intelligence modifier is the amount I get, and I get 1 back if I kill a creature with a cold spell. Oh, of first level or higher. So it's a cantrip, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, it's creatures within 5 feet of you. That's what it is. The one that hits you, the Frost of the Mistral. Sorry. So yep.
Yeah.
So you did how much damage was that? Sorry, my apologies. Go back to doing math.
So it's 14 plus 12
26,
plus
30.
a storm surge.
2. Right?
How much
32.
damage does a storm surge do?
6.
Oh, then it's
32.
yeah,
Cool.
32.
32 damage is a fuck ton of damage. Unfortunately, these creatures take half damage from cold. They're also immune to necrotic, so changing it to cold was a good thing. So it takes half damage. So it is a fucked up, like hardcore fucked up, but still unfortunately standing. Do you have anything else you can do in your turn? Bonus action spells or abilities that you can do, or no?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
Because it can't regain any health until the start of my next turn, and it has disadvantage on attack rolls until the end of my next turn, so we should be fine.
Okay.
We're good.
Cadus will also try to muscle his way up and through so he can also make an attack. So he kind of like
Casting
shoulders,
Angel?
yeah, shoulders his way through there to get a good look at this thing. You said take a good look. So he shoulders his way up and then swings his hammer at it so he can also get involved. I'm not sure if an 18 is going to hit though.
Really? Does he get 19 because he's part of the party?
Actually, he does. He actually doesn't have the other thing, but he does have 19. Do you guys want to guarantee he hits by spending a luck die? Huh? Huh? Huh?
I mean,
Need my luck die for those will saves.
So he does weapon is magical. So he does the 8 points of damage to half of that. So he actually does hurt it. So you did 32. Half 32 is 16. Half of that is okay. After that is going to go to whose turn? Oh, it's actually the creature's turn again. Yay!
but it can't heal, and it has disadvantage on attack rolls.
Okay. So as the creature is standing there before you, I'm just trying to get this. Where'd you go? I keep closing all these tabs. There you are. There you are. Okay. I am going to reach out and try to touch you 1.
Trying to kill me, aren't you?
Yeah, he's really
yeah.
going for you.
The other one's the melee, man.
Yeah.
What about the angel?
Mind you, this is a touch attack.
What about Cadus?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
19 touch attack.
Would hit.
I definitely hit, right?
Yeah, I don't.
Was that disadvantage?
Technically, it would be my AC would be an 18 for touch because I have that resistance bonus thing.
Deflection bonus.
Is it deflection? I thought I said resistance.
Resistance for AC. Resistance for AC. Deflection is for. Sorry, resistance for saves. Deflection is for AC.
Yeah.
But same difference.
Yep. So it would be an 18, and it got a 19. So there's nothing I can do there.
I need you to make for me.
Hold up. That's an attack roll, right?
Correct.
Ooh,
So
did it
roll
have
with
any
disadvantage
minuses?
because of chill touch?
Oh, does chill touch give you disadvantage?
If it's an undead.
Which in Pathfinder would equate to a minus.
Hold up. No. I'll gladly.
Does it count as an undead target? Yeah, an undead target.
It absolutely does. Let me read that real quick. If you hit an undead creature, it also has a disadvantage on attack rolls. No, I have to roll.
Yeah.
I have to roll. Oh,
You have a
no.
plus 11. Do you have your negative in there from Prayer to the Gods?
Yeah. All that stuff's in there. Yeah.
Motherfucker.
You mother bastard, motherfucker, mother.
You're welcome.
I'm good.
No touchy.
18. Is your AC 18, you said?
1 plus 11.
Is it 18? I thought you got a 15.
But I also dropped a daddy's die. It's just in his game.
He dropped
18?
the dice in my
18?
game.
Hang on. It's not a worshipper of Lady Aragorn, right? Because I'm just saying I get an extra
No,
one. To
no,
AC
no,
against them.
no, it's not. Yes.
Alright.
Thank
Yeah,
God.
he got me.
Oh,
Damn it.
Jesus. Oh, for a second I was like, what? No. All right, so he hits you, and what you take is, just so you're aware, just this, just so you know, it's not much. You just take,
You just die.
and this is negative energy damage. You just take 8 points. I rolled max. You take 8 points of damage. This attack also saps the living opponent's vital energy, and it happens automatically when a melee or ranged attack hits. Each successful energy drain bestows one or more negative levels. If an attack that includes an energy drain scores a critical hit, it bestows 2 of this, blah blah blah. Unless otherwise, draining a creature. Gains 5 temporary health points for each negative level it bestows. So it gains temporary health points. Oh yeah, I do.
Chill touch.
Negative level. I gain temporary health points. Well, let's chill touch do. Sorry.
It can't regain hit points until.
These aren't regaining health points. These are gaining temporary health points. Circumvent that motherfucker. Perfect. You just gained 2 negative levels, sir, which means your caster level goes down by 2.
2.
2.
I thought I only got 1.
2.
I don't know how to apply that on the sheet.
So it's 2 levels. So your cash level goes down by, so more or less everything's 6 minus 2. Cash level goes down by 2. Saving throws, everything goes down by 2. Your health points go down by 10.
Okay.
Your max and current HP go down by 10. 2 for a crit, which 2 times whatever's listed by the character sheet with a critical hit. This character sheet lists 2 normally. On a crit, it would have been 4, to be clear. All right. That is its turn doing that to you, Jake. So screws you up a little bit more. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to use my other ability on you that you're not familiar with yet. Okay.
We'll see if you get the chance.
I'm just gonna
Angel's fucking everything up.
I'm gonna have to attack it.
Roll a natural 1, motherfucker. Roll a natural 1.
Hey, whatever you do, don't roll a natty 1. Think you can manage that? It's a 1 out of 20 chance you don't fuck this up.
There we go.
God damn it. Takes
Yeah,
away all my
good
fun.
You want to look at that?
Chat, just so you know, this means that I have to up the degree of challenge in combat I'm going to be doing to Kingmaker from now on.
Excuse me?
Absolutely.
No.
it is.
So anyways, what we're going to do...
Such a child, Daelric. I
Sir,
don't want to listen to you. Boop.
describe your
No,
kill
you can't
and its
speak.
dissipation.
Probably taking that hit and having that like life force drain out of him. You just hear him try and come back, but his voice is probably quite weakened anyway because he's had that charisma damage. But he says in Necrol, filth, go back to the abyss, and then he just, as the axe passes through it, you can just see it just dissipates more or less instantly.
Problem here is solved. It is completed as with all the other souls it's collected on the way. This caller will return to the darkness. And it sheathes his sword and walks out of the area, out of the room.
Can I ask it if it can help me?
What do you say? What do you say to it?
My life force is drained. Can you help?
I offer aid to those with pure souls. Perhaps you should contemplate your actions. And then he'll turn and take the steps out and leave.
As he passes by Elijah would like nod and say thank you. As he walks.
It doesn't acknowledge the thank you.
Great. You're just weak forever now? That sucks, man. Well,
No, I can heal.
that was a
it
good
later.
crossover.
All right, so yeah, and once it's gone, I don't know. I kind of. Where was its body?
It's in the more. It was actually positioned on one of the slabs inside here to be examined. It's just now rotting because it's been a long time.
And
Yeah.
all the other bodies?
Also slowly rotting.
What can we identify who that was?
I mean, you don't care about the rest of
What
them.
they
You only
were?
care about the one, yeah. So you can
Oh,
go
yeah.
over it. So it's one of those things where once everything's done, Cadus is like, well, I have to admit that was a bit of a fight. That creature, I did not harm me in any way. However, it's not like I had much of a chance to harm it. It seemed like it was harming you. What was it doing?
It's draining the life force out of me.
Something it's able to do is being a specter.
Yes.
Hopefully your land is cleansed of these creatures soon.
Thank you.
I wish to not remain here much longer myself. This body, so that I may leave your lands, rest your minds, and you can rest your body.
Nods. He
Where
said
is
he'd just say, Leon. Leon says you're a good man. And he'd just extend a hand.
Actually, he'll take your hand and say, I'm glad that means something here.
Hope you got what you're
No
looking
shot
for.
at.
He actually says, where is the body of this thing?
That would
It's
lead
point
over to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walk over to the slab and you can check it out. And it's as we've described before so many times in the campaign. It looks like an old Perrin, except for being young. Has the elongated ears. Fey-like features, the high cheekbones, the very prominent jawline, slightly elongated face, almond-shaped eyes, so on and so forth. It's a very freakish and alien looking. But it also has like a worm, like, inside of it, like moving around that you can see. And it is all sorts of fuck. It's weird. And he's like, this is indeed a strange creature. Unlike anything I've ever seen before. This is what you call a loper?
What it looks like. Yeah.
And it's
They look a
believed
lot like
that
Perrin.
they do, indeed. Looks like a young version of what I will be if I'm lucky enough to live a long time.
Fascinating.
And it's believed that the Kringle family is all this unique race.
That's what Ophelia was saying.
I'll have to look into this further.
Tell me, chosen one. Are you keeping this body here?
We were going to examine it ourselves. However, I may be able to release it if findings are shared.
Do you think?
In this matter, I have no reason to try to keep information from you.
Do you think, Cadus, that perhaps taking the skull intact would convince people that there are these things running around? Some kind of visible proof?
It's gruesome work removing the head of a dead man, even if it doesn't seem to be of this world. Even more so, cleansing its skull and carrying it on you as a showpiece. I would not wish to carry part of a corpse. I have my word, and that is enough for many. Perhaps if
Can't
you have
blame
the
you.
ability to sketch.
Yeah, if we spent some time down here, I could get something.
The Perrin woman that you're with, now that I've fulfilled my end, she owes me some information.
I think that's going to have to be between you and her. I will be leaving. There was a rumor that the battle where this took place was in the south. Do you know what town this battle took place in?
I do, but I don't remember.
Astrad.
Astrad. I'd say yes, Astrad. Though There are many bodies there. Thousands.
Very well. We'll be cautious as we travel that way. Won't we, Elijah?
Coming with you.
You afraid?
No, I was just hoping we could reunite with Rin and Ophios before too long.
They started a civil war inside of Vala. How many people died because of them? Not to mention the accusations of what had happened in towns prior over in western Vala, with a whole barn of people being set aflame. You think a couple of days spent inside of a cell is enough for them to earn recompense for the crimes that they've committed?
But you could see they weren't lying about the race of lopers that are plaguing our country, your country.
I can see that there is no lie about the race of lopers existing. As to whether or not they plague the country, that still needs to be investigated. And as to whether or not these creatures existing give reason for causing the death of untold innocents. What say you on this matter, Chosen? Somebody found out that there was a strange creature in your land, and their way of reacting to it was to kill your citizens? How would you handle that?
Personally, I would meet it with force. But I did rule as part of 3. There is now 2. So it's not my word alone that would determine what response that we took.
Luckily, I'm given the authority, when I'm giving a task, to see it through. Fortunately for you, Elijah, I have interest in them learning the error of their ways. Perhaps some time to reflect would be good for them. Perhaps while you travel with me through a land racked with undead, it'll give you time to reflect.
Is the Perrin military gonna let you take me and do your own mission?
You might not be fully familiar with the ranking structure in Peredhel, but mine is not low.
It's quite the proposition. I need to think on it.
Well, you can get to sketching. More time to reflect.
Right.
Chosen?
You wouldn't mind sending Ophelia down, so if she could show some of the more, help me identify some of the more distinct features of this particular one?
I'll inform her of what you're doing. And then he turns to you and says, Chosen, I wish to not be a burden on your land any further. Would it be more comfortable for you for me to wait outside the gate?
It wouldn't. You have proved yourself. You're more than welcome here.
Thank you. If that's the case, would it be too much of a burden for me to ask for? I think we've earned a cup of mead or something stronger.
I will go with you to the alehouse myself.
And he'll walk with you. Though you have a bit of a limp.
Yep. I'm actually really fucked up.
When Ophios, wow, Elijah is kind of like smiling as these two leave, and then as soon as they're gone, his smile will immediately drop, and he'll like squint, start trying to like rough out a sketch, but he's clearly distraught about the proposition Cadus gave him.
Ophelia walks in. How did it go?
You said we had to move quickly to free Ophios.
Hmm?
Cadus doesn't want to move quickly. wants to spend some time clearing the undead, and let Ophios and Rena stay locked up for some time.
He said he wanted to clear the undead.
I believe so. Is that right?
He said he wanted to go see Estrad, which is where the battle took place that this man died in.
Right. Okay. So he wanted to.
And there happens to be a lot of undead there.
He wanted to see Estrad and clear out the undead because he wanted to see the battle that happened there.
Do you think that this kingdom here, this Valoran, that they would be interested in do you think they would be interested in offering some degree of aid if we're going to be traveling across a Dir? Perhaps they'd be willing to assist a friend.
Do we have time to travel?
I don't think we have a choice in the matter. We need to see this through quicker. He moves slow.
What exactly are you proposing?
That we continue moving our way forward with this oath.
With Cadus, I assume is what she's referring to. I don't really like the idea of working with the Peredhel military, even if it's for a noble cause. It just doesn't sit right with me. If we can agree that we free Ovios and Rena,
let's at
soon
least
as
see
it's
through the
possible.
investigation over to this town that happens to exist inside of a Dir. Why don't we see if we can get this chosen to offer some degree of aid over to this other town to do the investigation. And then we can always part ways there.
is that on the way back?
You haven't seen a map yet, but out of game, it's going back east, which is nice, but you overshoot it east and head way south.
Okay. But, again, as you know, can't spend too much time.
Do you even know where it is that they're going?
To some city where there was a great battle. I'm assuming this area isn't too large.
I meant to Ophios and Rena.
Some prison.
It's called
Probably
the Gate.
somewhere where they...
I don't know where that is. Maybe we can glean that information as we're going.
I don't even know where they are. Some political prison or some camp of... Okay. Fine. We get the information we need and then we leave.
And then we leave. And with that, we will bring the session to a close, because you can always have a conversation with Ophios tomorrow, with Ophelia, on during your campaign session thingy. And that will be that. I just do have to ask have you answer the question. Would you be willing to send some amount of guard or some degree of aid with them over to Estrad?
Honestly, I don't know. I'll think about it.
Fuck.
Well, we'll find out next week.
Yes.
Awesome. I'm so glad I was able to bring a couple of the characters together. It was fun making the overlay too, I won't lie. I was like, oh, that actually looks better than I expected it to.
That does look good. I like
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. It's like tacky, but like not too tacky. It's like just tacky enough. It's pretty cool. It makes you think of like an actual old time kingdom thing.
I do have one suggestion.
Sure.
Maybe put like Regicide on one side, like the text Regicide, and then the text Kingmaker on the other. So instead of just the colors, because right now it just says Aurorum crossover, but it doesn't have the campaigns that are crossing over, just the colors.
Yeah, but if you're a viewer, you know which ones they are.
Yeah, I know.
So for somebody just popping in, you have a lot to. If you're just walking into one of these, you're missing everything, anyways.
Yeah.
So it's like walking into the fight scene in the first Avengers movie and be like, "Oh, this is cool. So who's the green guy? Nice. And the guy with the bow? Oh, he's new. Oh, okay, cool. I thought he was the leader. And the one with the stars, Captain
Chris
America." Anyways,
I don't know who's in this movie.
but anyways, so let's thank you, Akalo, for the 5 gift subs. Thank you, sir. So why don't you, Messi, talk about some projects that you have going on?
Sure. I've only got really
Once more
one
with
that I'm
feeling.
looking forward to right now that Dunce and I have been working on like every day for the past month. Which I've told you about. We haven't like fully announced it, but I will talk about it. We're doing an NBA 2K20.
Once more with
We are
feeling.
making a draft, a custom draft entirely of Twitch streamers and YouTubers. So we have like 600 people right now. I think it's just shy of 600, it's like
Once more with
550-ish.
feeling.
Of people that are all going to be in virtual NBA tournaments against each other. And we did our first test run today because we finished like, I think he told me
Once more
we're like
with
around
feeling.
200 that are completely done. And he said it went great. And I'm going to talk with him after this about how it went. I'm excited.
Beautiful.
I promise it's more interesting than it sounds. I promise.
I hope you got you know, the age and height and whatnot from Jake here, so you can have him be an NBA player.
Oh, absolutely, I will. We've been PMing pretty much every single person that didn't have like an easily accessible height or weight. We've been like literally going and like into their Twitter DMs and shit, just like, hey, how tall are you and how much do you weigh? Asking for an NBA tournament, don't worry about it. And a surprising large number of them have all been extremely forthcoming with that information. It actually worries me a little bit about our society, but that's okay.
Well, you know, we have a fucked up society, as we can see by looking at the news. But I'm not going to get into that because...
Completely correct, 6'2".
But anyways, I'm good. I'm going to see if there's somebody I can raid. Let's see if there's somebody I can raid. Is there a raidable person right now?
Guess Jake doesn't get to talk, huh?
Jake, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm starting a company actually, which will be launching soon.
Wait,
But
really?
More needs to come on that. Yeah, I actually am.
Wow.
But
Entrepreneur.
you can find me. What'd you say?
Entrepreneur. That's what he said.
Oh yeah.
Entrepreneur.
No, I am from Kingmaker, so you can see us play on Wednesdays.
What's that?
Bye, everybody. Have a good night. Thank you. Thank you for being part of the first crossover. It was awesome.